spotlight, be shining in the dark. Woo! I'm even dressed like I'm ready for a party. Woo! Let's go dancing. Let's go to the party. Woohoo, woohoo. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to party with me? Let's party. Let's party. On the bottom of the deck is a Two of Cups, which is the love story, the ultimate love story. Wanting his divine Venom to be there with him. That's his wish. Cups. You're full of love. You're full of joy. You're full of peace. You're full of life. And you're feeling connected to the source. Living in a balanced format, so everything is being taken care of. All the responsibilities that need to be taken care of, and all the other things that need to be taken care of to keep that joy, to keep that happiness, to keep that play.
Hello everyone, this is Cynthia Toit, your FlipN Life cheerleader. And the reason why I want to be on a TV series show is because for the last year or so I've been on this journey that has a hidden love story in it. And the love story is so big that it's too much for anybody to handle when I start telling it to them. I have to give it to them in pieces, but I'm so excited about the story. Pieces is like, how can I just give it in pieces? You got to hear the whole thing. But it's so big and people are not used to this hidden love story, how I have to share it to come out all like it does. Because it almost seems like a fairy tale dream. How can someone just be so happy every day, believing in this love story that's going on, that she's falling deeply and completely in love with herself by holding on to this love story? Hello, everyone. Welcome to, hold on, let me start over. Flip up right off the bat, right? Hello, everyone. This is Cynthia Toit, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. This is the series of Tying the Knot, and it's episode 10 of Tying the Knot. How exciting! And Kathleen, I spelled your name wrong. I was just in a hurry typing it in there, but sorry. Life will go on, right? Again, I'd like to tell everybody the reason why I actually come onto this show and do this program is I really believe that we've been misled and misguided with our emotional self to how we're actually supposed to be balancing our emotional self. What are we supposed to be operating from? I truly believe that when we were younger that we were led to operate off of this lower emotional self, this one of lack, less than, not good enough, we don't have time for you, where we were constantly, told to kind of in a polite way to shut up, to block our throat chakra. So we were never really able to fully express ourselves. Now, if that wasn't going on, then we would have been operating out of love, laughter, joy, happiness, excitement, passion, desire. And by the time we became young adults, we would have been moving forward. We wouldn't have been going, now should I be doing this? We wouldn't be questioning ourselves. We wouldn't be going, I don't know. I better go ask everybody else if this is okay for me to go along with this path. Instead of us really fine-tuning into ourselves to figure out within ourselves, to trust ourselves, what it is that we truly enjoy in our lives. What do we truly enjoy doing? And this is episode 10. I did say that, but what I forgot to tell you is what the title of the episode is. It is called Feeling with Success with and we're being divinely guided, but to go ahead and feel that successful person that you are within yourself. But when we have this way that we're thinking that this is supposed to happen this way or that way or this other way, to realize that there is divine time in there. So we're actually being divinely guided in our direction, in our life. So we can't really push something to happen faster than it's meant to be. And we can't actually go slower than it's meant to be either when we're operating in the divine, with divine guidance. Okay, well, Marshall, thank you. Dad didn't shave. Don't shave, Dad. It's not who you are. Oh, Dad's talking about shaving. But he wants to be happy, you know, Marshall. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the love, everyone. So, yeah, we really need to rewrite our stories. All of those stories that we've written in our head throughout our childhood. It's like I have to go ask somebody for permission for the thought process that I'm having, or that, you know, if it's okay for me to build a sandcastle this way. Oh, is there a certain way to build a sandcastle? No, not really, but you know, that's they you know, we've been taught to, like, we're supposed to build our life a certain way, but the thing is each and every single one of us are different in this unique kind of way. And the reason why we're different is not any one of us have lived our lives exactly the same way as the other person. So we each have this awesome, amazing, unique way to share things back out to the world, because our journey is different than everybody else's journey. Of course, I do believe our emotional self, those emotions that we feel inside of ourselves, they do not for $1 million. Oh, if I gave you $1 million, you wouldn't shave your beard? Well, then how about I'll just keep it then. How about that? Yeah. And it would grow back, really, you know. So, you know, there's certain things in life that sometimes we just think that we have to have it done sooner. You should say, yeah, he did say he would shave it for Harry, didn't he, Kathleen? I know the things that he'll do for Harry, but he won't do for us women, you know. Go figure. You got me. You got me. I don't know how Harry's got his number. Oh, you lied? Oh, now the truth is coming out that you're a liar? Now, I'd be careful with that. Yeah, he was teasing. How about that? Is that different than lying? I think it is a little bit. So, it is about, I'm trying to be here to help us clear our minds, you know, to clear the minds, to feel the sparkle of gold, feel that sparkle of gold come in us, to feel that sparkle of gold like it's falling down upon us, as if we were the gold, you know. But it's like it's free flowing. There's space in between us. There's nothing that's holding it. It's like using the imagination and just feeling like the sparkles of gold are just coming all down on you, and as it's falling, it's going through you, you know, because we're like this sparkling, radiant being that we really are, and we're shining. We're allowing that shine when that gold is falling upon us. We're shining so bright on the inside because we're loving that awesome, amazing person that we are. That shine on the inside shines so bright onto the gold on the outside that it radiates so big on the outside. And as that light is shining on the outside of us, it's actually affecting other people. It's actually affecting the world. And just know that we have unlimited space around us. That's an abundant amount of space around us. So we can feel like that we can have a whole bunch of stuff without having a whole bunch of stuff. But we can feel like we're worthy. We can feel that pride. We can feel that joy. We can feel that happiness. In this sparkly, bright kind of kid, kind of way. So, yeah, we can. I mean, we are who we are, but yeah, as time is going on, we can make movements. We can shift over this way, and we can shift over this way, and we can fine-tune this, and we can fine-tune that. We can adjust here, and we can adjust there, and we can say, hey, we're going in this direction. Oh, that direction don't feel quite right. Let me back up a little bit and go this direction. Oh, yes, this direction feels so much better. I'm going to go full speed in this direction. We're allowed to fine-tune and modify and adjust our life each moment as we're going through our days. We don't have to stay solid and, you know, a decision that we made 20 years ago. We can, you know, choose to lighten our load. We can choose to shave our beard. We can choose to start fresh. We can start over. We can have a bald head too, you know. change is happening every single itty bitty day. I mean, if I were to get in my car and go to work, well, let's say I get in the car and I go to the coffee shop, and I go to the coffee shop every day. Even though I go the same route every day and I go the same direction, I may even stay in the same lane every day. But the same way every day, there's different cars I go by, there's different people I go by, there's a different number of leaves on the tree that go by, there's sometimes the wind is blowing, and sometimes the sun's shining, and sometimes the rain is falling. So it's never ever the same. Yeah, it's constant. It is constant. But it doesn't mean everything changes. No, not everything. You know, the car I'm sitting in is the same. But, you know, the things that I'm passing by, it has changed, adjusted, or shifted in some way, somehow, some way in our day. So I'm going to go on to a little commercial break, and I'll be right back. So I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Let's see, let's see if my mouse will work. Where's the mouse? Hey, Kathy, can I borrow your cat so the cat can find my mouse, please? Yeah, we need to find the mouse. Here we go. Oh, I think this is it. No, that's the wrong one. Did we make a new one for today? This is the same one as last time. Okay. And what do I mean by feeling of success? I mean, let that shine within you radiate outwardly. Let it shine so bright that you feel that shine within. Allow yourself to feel the worthiness and the deservingness of everything that comes through your life. Be grateful and thankful for everything. And you already are successful. You're wise, you're amazing, you're capable, and you're trusting. You're all of these things. Just know that you are these things for yourself. You're already abundant. You're already peaceful. You're already graceful. You're confident. Be confident. Be confident for the soul that you're here, why you're here, the person that you are, because you're very confident in yourself. Be blessed. Be amazed. Be comfortable. Be independent, because you don't have to, but you be that independent, awesome, amazing soul that you're awesome, that you were actually brought into this world to be. You are deserving. You are successful. You are worthy.
feel that self-radiant within inside of you shine out, because you are enough, you are important, you are adequate. Be that happy soul that you are, because that happiness actually allows that shine to even shine even more. Be pleased for yourself and for others, and be forgiving and accepting and loving and kind and caring. And live in the now, because the now is where we have this awesome, amazing feeling. And have faith in the future. And we have to let go of the things in the past so we can live in the now, and don't think too far out in the future. Just have faith in it and enjoy your life that you're having right now. Be kind and caring, and let that shine that's inside of you radiate out. Then I bet you will start feeling that feeling of success right now, here today.
Okay, we're back to Greg's show. Go, run it, Greg. You're in the program now. Go for it. Take over. The cards that came out for today's show out of my deck is allow room for growth. That's the space. That's the space in between. Oh, hold it up there longer. There it is, Greg. Longer. Yeah, he's running the show, you see. And it says, you're so beautiful. Rather you are bald or not bald. Rather you have a whole bunch of hair on your beard, or rather you shave it. Yeah, then you're still beautiful. Even if you shave it, you're still going to be beautiful. And it's okay to feel safe and secure, even if you shave your beard. Relax. All the pieces are coming together. It's all right. Relax, bro. Relax. Do you forgive Kathy? What did Kathy do? I didn't see her do nothing. We forgive you, bro, for not shaving your beard. We forgive you for lying on the show, So it's I wanted to release. I want us to learn how to release the baggage, to all those old emotional feels, and to clear that muck that's inside of us that feels like we got to find something wrong. I mean, why is it that we're always looking for something wrong? Why are we not looking for what is absolutely right? Let's go. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, this is right. Let's grab this. Okay, then yeah. Oh, this is right. Let's grab this. And all the things that aren't right, we're just not grabbing it. We're just grabbing the things that are right. And we need to it's like we just remember we have an unlimited space around us, and we can also clear our mind with that unlimited space, because there's so much space out there. We don't have to have all the clutter up in our mind. We allow that sparkle from inside us, that sparkle to shine inside of us, and shine so bright on the inside of us that you're being that awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that you really are, that is shining, that you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, that you're feeling the shine within so bright that it radiates outwardly, that when anybody else approaches you, they can actually feel that shine that you're shining on the inside. And the reason why you're shining on the inside is you're doing exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You're doing what it is that your soul purpose. You're feeding your soul. You're feeding your purpose. Feel that gem. Feel the gem inside of you. That gem inside of you that you polished up. The one that you got nice and clean. The one that you're going, oh yeah, this is so beautiful. This is so nice. This is so bright. This is so shiny. I'm so glad that I had Divine on my side. Divine's been guiding me and leading me. Yeah, I've been divinely guided. I'm so glad, because my gem got so bright and shiny and clean because I followed Divine. and being divine, one way to easily follow Divine is to live in the now. Be in the now. Be in the now. Forget about what just happened 5 minutes ago, and forget about what's going to happen 5 minutes in the future right now. Be right here in the now. And that is how you can actually allow yourself to be divinely guided in time. We'll see when I'm going to check on the chat or when I'm not going to check on the chat. Something like that. Okay, let's see. Let's see. You guys are so funny. Please forgive me, I'm okay, I don't need it. Okay, what's that? Oh no, towards who? I previously forgive you. I think he's just forgiven himself. Then why the block? Boundaries. Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's chaos and conflicts. Oh my goodness. Let's not have, this chaos and conflicts. Look at in this card. It is actually, let me see. Here, we're going to pull. Oh my goodness, the chaos and conflict. See in this card, it's flying. The chaos is flying high, and it's like letting go. The chaos is letting go. Can you guys hear me just fine when I'm up there? So can you hear me when I go up there? Can you hear me just fine? Nothing. Okay, I'm talking. Hey, back to the show. Kids, come on, back to the show. I'm asking a question. Everything is exactly as it should be. Can you hear me when I go up there? Can you guys hear me, or you guys are just in the middle of the chat and I can just turn the camera off and not talk? Yes, okay. So now back to the show. As we're going forward. Let's see. So, just know that, the times of the past, we could be mending it. We can amend that past. Whatever in the past has happened, we can allow the things that didn't feel quite right. We can mend things. We can mend it so it feels so much better. And as we're putting our building blocks, the building blocks that we're putting together, we're letting go of those old things that didn't serve us, and we're putting together the things that do serve us. We're putting together the things that do work for us. Why are we doing that? So, because there's still unfinished business. There's still things that we're working on. We're still putting some things together, so it's magically in line. So it's in tune, in musical tune, And we can allow all these things that have happened, and as we're putting things together, to be messages that are in a bottle for us. And when we realize that all of these things that have happened in our past that feel uncomfortable in some way or somehow, that have felt uncomfortable, it actually has a message for us. What's the message for? For us to co-create. We get to co-create our lives. So those messages are going, oh, I get to lead, I get to guide myself to go in this way or go in that way into making a brand new spanking life. I get to start over with my life because I chose to operate from this higher vibrational way. I get to stretch in the morning when I get up. I get to feel awesome. I get to feel great. I get to feel good when I get up in the morning. And we got to do things by the book. That's the divine. The divine has a certain order that things have to be done. And so we got to do it by the book. And what's the book? From the higher power. That's from Source. Source is the book. Source has a plan. Source is leading us and guiding us. And we might as well bless this opportunity that we have right now, this very moment. And breathe. Just breathe through those moments that feel heavy, those moments that feel tense, those moments that we're letting go of, those stories that we're not holding on to anymore. We can breathe through those stories so we can imagine this brand new, radiant, beautiful life. And let your imagination wander into the good story. Let your imagination wander into the happy ever after story. Let your imagination wander into this bright, nice light of a story. As you're coming to the edge of the old story, the story that didn't serve you anymore, as you're coming to the edge, know that these are all hearts that are falling down, because you fell in love with life. You fell in love with the beauty of the things that used to seem so wrong. And we found, you came to the edge of the rainbow too. And at the edge of that rainbow, you found milk and honey. And you started operating from the pure heart, the heart that operates from love and above, love, laughter, happiness, joy, play, and excitement. Allowing the mind, body, and soul to be at peace with the whole self. That your deeper knowingness knows. It's just something you know. You know when you're at peace. You know that you're at peace with yourself. You know when you're going in the right direction. You know when that footstep that you just took made you feel awesome, made you feel beautiful, made you feel amazing, made you feel like, ooh,
felt so good to have faith in my arms. Made me feel so good that I'm feeling the shine within. I'm feeling the shine within radiate out. And I'm being flexible too. I'm being flexible to what used to be, to what is, to what's going to be. And in that process, I'm finding that I'm exchanging these beautiful gifts in life. Life has these beautiful gifts to offer us. As I'm posing, I'm allowing myself to pose in this new, awesome, amazing way that brings in the treasure chest, to brings in the treasure from the chest full of riches. So you're feeling that richness within. So you're feeling that shine within. So you're feeling that success within. Yes, it may have taken you a little time to get there because you're on the turtle. That chest is on the turtle. The turtle is the slowest of the race. But guess what? The turtle always wins because the turtle took its time to find all that shines inside, to shine, let all that glitter within, to allow yourself to feel as if you're that gold that's sparkling all over you, that's coming down upon you. It's just like snow, but it's gold. And it's actually going through you. And it's actually shining. And it's shining so bright, it's radiating outwardly. Which brings you to your happy, happy story. Woo, 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 woo. And letting all the luck in the world just pour upon you into the here and now. Woo, woo, woo. Now I got my cards all over the ground. Let's see. Now, were you guys watching the show, or were you just in the middle of the chat the whole time? All right. Yeah, actually, I've learned blocks are really protection. It is protecting the story. It is protecting whatever. And we will always grow regardless. All right, let's see. I'll put on a little more commercial, and then I'll come back for my Love Your Inner Goddess card, and then I'll be back for the show. I'm supposed to get a bunch of people in today. I don't think they're coming in yet. Well, I'll have to go check the channel out. Let's see. You're welcome. What happened to the above camera? I'm not on that part of the show yet. I was just being Greg. I was being my brother and taking my cards up to the... This is the first part of the show, Sonny, so that's what happened to the top cameras. Nothing happened to it yet. Let's see, what are we going to do?
All right, see, okay, here's my front camera still. Okay. All right, so I want to let you guys know we got a full moon coming tomorrow night. The full moon is in Virgo doing Pisces season, and you know that is a good time. I think I'm going to mess this up. I know it. Let me see. Anyhow, it's a good time for us to actually invest into something that we like creating, to invest our time into something that we like creating. And what I learned about the full moon in Virgo, that the moon cycle can affect our organs in one way or another. And since I like dealing with the emotional self and our mind and our body and our soul, the full moon in Virgo affects our pancreas, our small intestine, and our digestive tract. Did any one of you know that? I never knew that. You didn't mean the sad face, but it's a sad face with a smiley on it. So maybe you're laughing so hard that it brought a tear. Okay, the Love Your Inner Goddess card today is Beautiful Bandit. And let's see what the Beautiful Bandit has to share with us today as a collective. I know, isn't that interesting, huh? About the moon. You can choose right now to feel good about yourself. If you've been beating yourself up, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't let anyone else decide how you should feel about yourself. Taking responsibility for your actions means when you have done something that you feel is out of integrity, you do something about it that is constructive and useful. Damning yourself with judgment or allowing others to steal your self-esteem is neither of those things. The Divine Mother is telling you to forgive yourself and use your energy now to live in your best life that you can. And that's what the full moon in Virgo is telling you. We need to be living that best life now, right? It's time to take your life back. It is time. Okay, so in the spiritual guidance is you are one tough sweetheart. You're one tough mama. You're one tough daddy. A spiritual gangster, a beautiful bandit, stealing back your unworthy from the unworthy that which rightfully belongs with you. You have certain spiritual rights that cannot be denied. Your dignity, power, and grace, your sense of beauty and self-esteem, your chosen belief system, your energy, and your right to take up space in this world rightfully belonging to your soul. Your faith in your spiritual connection with the universe and the sense of your life purpose belong to your soul also. So do your joy, your laughter, and your enjoyment of life, your belief in your own purity of heart, the goodness of your own being. Your right to love yourself is owned by your soul too. Yeah, so we get to love ourselves. And even when you make mistakes, the Great Mother loves and forgives you, knowing that you're doing your best and her precious daughter. So, look at even the Great Mother loves you and forgives you, knowing that you're doing your best. You have a spiritual right to be free from torment, yeah, and from mental anguish. You're alone with the right to choose your thoughts and claim your freedom to make your own choices. You are fierce with wisdom. You know that another cannot ever successfully steal what truly belongs to you. And that's true. I mean, I don't ever worry about anybody stealing my stuff or my content or what it is that I'm doing or not doing, because nobody out there is just like me. They can try to be like me, but they're not me, so they cannot recreate me. So I don't have to worry about that. And if they try, your scarce rage will rise up. So if they try to take what's mine, that means that I just get more because divine is going to make sure of that. And you will not hesitate to stake the winning claim for what is rightfully yours. The beautiful bandit comes to you with a message, like the message in the bottle, right? Anything that you feel has been taken from you unfairly shall be taken back by you. Claim what is yours by spirit right now. Justice will prevail. I read the ones that hit the floor Sunday. I don't know which ones those are. I didn't even do a reading on Sunday. I know it. We have the right to be free from torture. I know. It sounded funny. I know. So freaking true. It's not your same energy. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. The spiritual ritual. It says, stand upright, say out loud, I claim the hold on. I claim my entity of my divine inheritance. So we have to claim our divine inheritance. And that's all. That is rightfully mine. Then divine justice and divine mercy is now returned to me. Through my own free will, so it will be. So this is a ritual. We're supposed to stand up. So I don't feel like standing up, but it's telling us stand up and say out loud, I claim my entity of my divine inheritance. All that is rightfully mine through divine justice and divine mercy is now returned to me through my own free will, and so be it. All right. All right, anyhow, I am going to end this part of the show, and I'll be right back to start on the readings. Oh, we got 22 viewers in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at how that bumped up. I'll be right back. So everybody, even though it's going to say it's the end of the show, it's not. It's just the end of this part of the show. I'll be right back, and then I'll get into the readings for the day, or the evening, or afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for staying till the end, because it really helps with all those clock hours on the YouTube to get those 4,000 hours that I'm after to help build my subscription up and my time on YouTube. And I want you all to remember to live your love story today as if it's already here. I want you to live, let what you do and be the romance of your life. And live from your passionate self, because that's where love resides. It resides within ourselves. Let that love within ourselves be found, and let's radiate from that point of view. And if you'd like any coaching program, or if you'd like any tarot readings, that information is down below in the description. You can also go to my webpage, which actually gives you more detailed information about the coaching, and it gives you more detailed about the tarot readings. But if you want to go right to booking a call with me, then go to Vista Books and book it. And on the coaching part, you can get 15 minutes free call with me to see if the coaching call is perfect for you. Okay, see you on the next show. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. back. I want to talk more about the full moon a little bit. The full moon is in Virgo, but we're in Pisces seasons, and it says to make room for your dreams and to prepare to take center stage, which would be my part. But but it's saying pay attention to details and turn your dreams into reality. Roll up your sleeves and start creating. Get it creating, because Virgo is about details and Pisces is about the big picture. And lay down the groundwork for your dreams to come true. So, that's what this full moon is all about. So hold on just a second. I just have a respond to give, and I'll be right back. There we go. All right, so let's see what the cards have to say. The first part of the cards normally tie into the first part of the show. And if anybody would like to have a personal reading on me for free, please put first, all I ask is for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then I'll give you a reading, and then you have to write down what your question is in the chat. Okay. All right, so right now it's saying the first card out is the Ten of Booms. The Ten of Booms is about your happy ever after fairy tale dream, and it is about your love story. It is about having having everything it is that we ever wanted to be in fullness, to this awesomeness, to this happy ever after fairy tale dream, everything that you ever wished for, everything you ever wanted, having that to come true, and having your love of your life to be here too, to have that love of your life be here in the moment, in the present moment. And let's see, there's like 36 people in the chat. Ooh. No, they're in the chat. They're watching the show. Of course, if you're on the show and you want to have a reading, you need to come into the chat to give me a message, all right? You're living in the cat. Okay. All right. So next. What else? What else do the cards have to say today for the collective, for the part of the show? There's the whole deck that my brother likes to come out. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing it. It's it's too back and forth, Greg. Sorry. I wonder how that happened. All right. If my brother was here, he'd be getting in the cards now. Going, let's take those. All right. Yeah, what's going on? This happy ever after story that has to do with a love story is actually in divine. It's in the divine calling. The divine says, look at all the animals out there. They're going, hey, we have this in order. Don't worry about this love story. Don't worry about your happy ever after fairy tale dream. We got it coming, because the music's in the middle playing, because we're getting ready to play music to your ears. Divine Masculine has some music that he wants to play just for you. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's about, and making sure that we're being grounded, we're feeling centered, we're feeling grounded when we're by ourselves, when we're alone. We're going, yeah, I'm loving this person I am. That's what I'm after, is when I'm coming on this show. I want to find that happy ever after feeling of a feeling within yourself, so you're feeling the successful person that you are, because we all have a purpose, we all have a mission, we all have a place, we all have, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is all divinely guided. It is all in divine order. It's just exactly what it's supposed to be. It is for us to claim that person that we truly are, and to feel comfortable within our own body, to feel comfortable within our own soul, to allow our shine to shine within ourselves. That's where we're feeling comfortable within our soul, so we can allow that shine to shine outwardly. So there's a magician in the house. The magician goes, look at, I can make magic. I can make magic out of my life. I can make magic out of my journey. Because why? Because I started feeling grounded. I started feeling this awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that I really am, that allows music to be playing in my ears all the time. And I trust that I'm definitely being divinely guided. I believe that, I'm being divinely guided. And when I feel like I'm being divinely guided, I don't have to feel like I'm doing anything wrong. Because divine is guiding me, divine is leading me in this awesome, amazing, beautiful direction that feels so magical. Anyone who wants a reading, drop your request here in the chat. Correct. All right, let's see, next card. It is about balancing our emotional selves to know that even though we all have these monsters that are downside inside of us, some of them are waiting to creep out anytime, any moment, that we're actually able to hold our balance, to go ahead and go across that bridge, to go ahead and make that next move, to know whenever that gremlin decides to come out, that we know that we are strong enough, we know that we are courageous enough to go ahead and flip our script around to this better script, so we are actually living in this higher vibrational way, so we're actually feeling that love within our life. Yep. Let's see what's next here. Yeah, this is, operating from our strength, operating from our power, operating from that magical place within, to allow that radiant shine to shine outwardly. So, when we're operating from passion and desire, we get to operating from that light that's within, that bright, amazing light, and that light that allows us to shine. Let's see, I gotta wet my whistle, hold on. I really love how the first deck I pull out always ties back into the beginning of the show. Oh, yeah. This hold on, wait. All right, hold on. So I know there's so many people that are here that sometimes we have to feel like we have to protect ourselves. We have to feel like we have to have our shield on. We have to have our guard on. We have to be protected. Yeah, because if we're not protecting ourselves, then we might feel like we're hurt. We might feel saddened. Or we might have to leave people behind that we don't want to leave. Or maybe our wishes and dreams won't come true because we haven't learned how to believe in them. Maybe we allowed the trickery to come in and say, here, let me steal your dreams away. Let me steal your story away. But that is a thought process. That is a belief system. These are things that the reason why we're feeling like we have to protect ourselves, or we have to feel like that these dreams can be taken away. I do believe in divineness. I do believe we're being divinely led. We're being divinely guided in some way and somehow. And not all the pictures out there are pretty pictures, but when these lower emotional stories come our way, it is for us to step up. It is for us to step up and find the beauty within ourselves, find the shine within ourselves, so we can actually operate from this higher vibrational self. Because if we're operating in this lower vibrational way, we're not worth much of anything. But if we can actually see this awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that we really are, then we're able to operate in this better format of a way. We're actually able to operate from joy, laughter, play with peace in mind. We can operate from that fairy tale dream of a story. This is about wishes and dreams coming true, and our wishes and dreams, they come true because we are operating from the higher vibration. Our wishes and dreams are not coming true when we're feeling guarded and we feel like we can't make it any further. Our wishes and dreams are not coming true when we're feeling like we're crying all the time and life isn't here serving us. Our wishes and dreams are not coming true when we feel like that somebody can just take them away. Or they're not coming through when we're believing in this lower vibrational story, when we're feeling less than whole and complete. We have to believe that we can shine within. We have to believe that we have this higher vibrational radiant self within ourselves, so we can write our happy ever after fairy tale dream of a story that's written up in the stars, which actually was the beginning of the reading, where this is a happy ever after fairy tale dream of a life, and it has a love story within this life that has been divinely guided towards us. And it is a musical journey when we find ourselves, that we can find that we are grounded and whole and complete within inside of ourselves, to create this magical life operating in balance, even though those lower emotional feels are there, and they can come up at any time, as they did in the reading. They can come up any time, but we know that we can see our way through. We can walk across that bridge. We can trust that we can see our way through writing our story over again from the strength that we have gained within inside of ourselves to allow these wishes and dreams, these fairy tale dreams of a story to come true. All right. Anybody have any questions in there? I got lots of chats, but I don't see any new people coming in asking questions. So anyhow, we got, all right, Greg, I know you're begging for a reading, right? I will, just wanting Greg. What? Kathy? Oh, Kathy first. I will, just wanting Greg. What? Fine. Kathy living through my cat. Okay, Cynthia, when you have a chance, can you do a reading for me and how my book will be taken? I'm feeling kind of worried about it being taken in a negative way. Okay. All right, so we're going to the kitties. We've got 69 people viewing the show right now. Woo! How about that, kids? All right, so we got this one's for Kathleen, and she wants to know, she's in the middle of writing this story, or writing a book. She's getting a little nervous about her creation. Oh, but no, you shouldn't. You're the mother. You're the empress. You're the empress of that book. You can nurture that book. And even those animals that are around you, your dogs and the cats that are around you, they're helping you. They're helping feed into that story. In fact, the empress can do no wrong. The empress is all four queens in one. So that book is going to be an awesome, amazing book. There's nothing for you to worry about. But let's see what else the cards have for me to share with you today. Ooh, what else the cards have to share with you today, huh? Yeah, you just have to keep holding your balance. Know that you can do this. Yeah, I know I can do this. That's what you need to tell yourself. I know I can do this. I can do this standing on one leg. I can do this just speaking into my phone. I can tell my story. I can write my story. I know exactly what I want to say, and I know exactly how I can say it, and you can do this with your eyes closed. You're definitely feeling a little worried. Well, right now I don't see. Let me see. All right, there's the worry. That's it. You are feeling worried about what other people are going to think about your story. But the thing is you're still creating. You're still putting your thoughts into action, and you're being brave in that movement, knowing that you can do this with your eyes closed. Whatever it is that you're creating, you can do this with your eyes closed, but you still are wondering. You're wondering, am I going the right direction with my story? Am I going in the right direction with my story? Is it going to be solid? Is my story going to be solid? Let me see. Is my story going to take off in the right direction? Yeah, okay, I said this one first. This is the solid. Is my story going to be solid? That's the worry. And is my story going to go in the right direction? I know that Cynthia is saying I can do this with my eyes closed. I know I can do this with my eyes closed, but I'm still concerned about the people. Yeah, when I was writing my book, it is about not worrying about what everybody else is going to say. It's like you're wanting to know the crystal clear answer. How is that book going to share out? How is that book going to turn out? I want crystal clear answers, Cynthia. Can you just tell me the crystal clear answers? My book is turning into 3 books. I don't know. Can I just write one book? I think I got 3 books to write. Maybe I should just spread out my story and make it let's have series 1, series 2, and series 3. How about that? What do you think about that, Cynthia? It says, well, you know what? You're going to love the journey as you keep writing that book. It's the thing about writing a book, it's not really about worrying about what the people that are going to critique the book. It's about getting your story out into the book, because it is about pouring it out. Not, you have to get worry out of the way, because worry can stop us. It can, like, if we're worried about what these other people are going to say, then it can stop us. It can actually stop you. It can stop you. But but because you're looking for direction and you don't want to really be stopped, you're looking for the crystal clarity. I took a class learning how to write my book, and they tell you not to worry about what anybody else is going to say, think, or do about your book. Get your story out on the book. Get that story out on the paper. Get that story written down. Let that story pour on out of you, because that's the love of your life. That story that's coming out of you is the love of your life. Getting that story out on the paper, out in the format, and then put it into the book, and not to worry about the mistakes. Don't worry about the misspellings. Don't worry about if you said something out of order and out of place. Know that you got your story out of your system and into the book, and you got it published. That's the main goal. I meant with the book writing course that I took, it wasn't about worrying about what anybody else is going to think, do, or say about your book. Because once you get it out there, you're going to find out it's a much more beautiful book than you could have ever possibly imagined. But if you allow fear or worry or any of those lower emotional feelings to stop you in your forward movement, guess what? The book would never get done. That's why they say to keep going forward. I guess that's why they have a lot of people that go off into their own cabin to write their own books, so they don't have other people around them influencing, this is right, that's wrong, no, don't do this, do this. No, go ahead and get that story out. Let it pour out. Let it just come on out. Let it automatically just flow on out. Don't worry about the order it's coming out. Don't worry about the order it's going to be in, even in the book. Just get the story out. Okay. Yeah, it's unconditionally loving that awesome, amazing story that you have to share. It's funny because I just talked about sometimes writers go off into their own cabin to be by themselves to write their book. And see, this king, he is on his own little island, so he can feel his unconditional loving self by himself. And the only time he sees other people is when he takes the telescope and he looks out there, and that's the only time he sees more people out there. But it is about making sure you go ahead and get that book done. I think you had the Lovers come out for the card in the creation of the books, and you're the Empress. The Empress is, you have the story there. You have the story that's coming out. It is, Kathleen, it really is about taking the worry of what you think anybody else is going to think, do, or say about the book. Erase that. Get the fire hose and blow it away. Don't let the worry come near you. Anytime the worry starts to come close to you, get your imagination going, and allow that imagination to wash the worry away. Allow the worry to go flowing down the river, like it's the mud in the river, and you're just waiting for the river to clear. That's what we need to clear up, is the gunk. And so, yeah, you got King of Swords and King of Cups back to back, so you have two kings. It's stay in action, girlfriend. Okay, hiding out in my back room, that's all it takes. I'm on my own little island this week. You are, and yeah, that's what it takes, it's the same thing, So it's like, know that your story has a gift to share out to the world, out to others, and it is the story has love from above and below. However the story is coming out, it's coming out in this loving way, and it doesn't really matter it's coming out magically. It's coming out in this beautiful way. So when the tower moment happens, to know that that tower moment is about like moving the obstacles, moving the clutter out of your way, moving the things out of the way that doesn't actually serve you, and to allow the new love come in, to allow the love, the newness of the love, the clarity of the love to pour into that story, and allow it to come out fast. Allow, let it be this tornado. It's like, this tornado moment, I got so much information coming out, but, let it come out fast. It's wanting fast movement right now, and especially in the moon cycle that we're in, it wants us to be creative right now. It wants you to do movement right now. And yeah, it's it's like, oh, well, let me see. Can I see the magic in this story? Can I see where it's going to go? Can I see where this magic's going to go? It's going to bring a balance within. Yeah, it's going to bring a balance within. You writing the book's actually going to make you feel better somehow. It's going to bring a balance within your soul purpose. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And the fast movement, yeah, it is pouring out of you, right? I understand the fast movement's happening, and it's pouring out of you. And you're no better time. Right now you have free space. You're utilizing that free space that's come upon you right now. You're like, I have all this free space that's all around me. What am I supposed to do with it? And you're putting your creativity to work. So I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing how you're putting that creativity into the work. All right. No, she hasn't, Gregory. This is a different island. That's your perception. Let's see. I know Greg needs a reading. Did Marshall already disappear? Is Marshall hanging around in the background? Let's do one for Marshall. Let's see. Let's see. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. All right, so let's see, what do we got now? We have 114 people watching in the house. We need some more people asking in the chat for a reading here. But this one's for Marshall, okay? So let's see what Marshall needs to know. This is the surrender card. So we're going to see what Marshall needs to surrender to. Let's see. Surrender to your soul path. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Right, I think that's cool because I believe that Marshall's soul path is just like starting to open up and starting to get like this more like vivid look, and this more his mindset and his eyesight's opening up to this new direction, this new way of looking at life, which is allowing his not for me. Yeah, surrender to the addictions. Well, the addictions is the old behaviors. I know, being raised with my mother, is the addictions are we're always looking for fault, we're always looking for wrong, we're always looking for how something's not perfect. So rather you're addicted to substance, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with the healthier alternative. That's actually what I see going on, is he's having to learn how to surrender to his old way of believing how life was. Is I got to complain about this and complain about that, to life isn't really about complaining. Life isn't really about bitching about it. Life is more about surrendering to the spirit. Is once you have done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to divine, because we are being divinely guided. Let spirit work at magic for you. A lot of times when I'm doing my stuff and working my stuff for my show, when I get exhausted, I just go, okay, well, it's time to allow myself to step back and allow the universe to do its work for me. Because when I step back, it's not like I really stopped working, even though I physically stopped working. But when I step back, it allows divine to do its thing. It allows it to bring magic into the show. Attracting for fruit and trees and apples and plums and nectars. Okay, what else? Surrender to the joy. Yeah, let the joy. It is. If we can find the joy, if we can find what makes us happy, we can find the things that brings us joy into our life. That really allows us to switch our old ways of believing around. It's a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor. Indulge in random acts of smiling, doing both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. And it is about surrendering to joy. It is about surrendering to spirit. It is about surrendering to our soul's path, to let go of the old ways, letting go of those things that didn't help us, letting go of the things that were keeping us stuck, letting us let go of those ways of life that felt ucky, those ways of life that felt like we were trapped, those ways of life that felt like we were imprisoned, to allow ourselves to surrender with joy and happiness and laughter and play. Outside of Cynthia's and Angela's calling me while I'm on the show. Okay, hold on. Okay, so where are we going? To the Rainbow Ranch outside at Cynthia's summer cottage. Oh, surrender to the magic of who you are. I just love it. I just love it. This fell out while my daughter was on the phone. Yeah, okay. And the bottom of the deck is surrendering to the outdated belief systems about ourselves. And again, when I was talking about my mom, Marshall was raised by my mother, so it's his grandmother, and she had some of the systems that she was raised are outdated. They're not in the structure today. And so it's about him letting go and surrendering. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic within us. And even in the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. So it is about letting go of those old stories, the stories that are not feeding the soul, the stories that are not feeding your purpose, the stories that are making you feel less than whole and complete. What can we do to rewrite our stories, to put in a better story in there, to put a story in there that allows us to accept our past journey as for what it has been, so we can grow from it, we can learn from it, and we don't have to pain from it, we don't have to suffer from it, we don't have to stay in sorrow from it, but we can actually go in this most beautiful, awesome, amazing direction. Yeah, I think that was beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put in a little teeny commercial, and if anybody that's in there in the chat would like a reading, please put your message in the chat and just put down in there what your question, and I'll come back and I'll read it for you. And then after that, I'll read for my brother. And it's commercial break time. And what's she going to talk about on her commercial? Yeah, what's she going to talk about? She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. All right, we're back. Greg, did you have actually a question, or you just want me to lay down the cards? And Yeah. Including yourself, including Sunny. And don't let your ego get to you, bro. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thought. All right, Greg, you can't just be all about Greg now, Let's see. Oh, now what do we got now? And it says, the power of creativity, recognized for a very high quality work. Be a team player. Yeah, it's not all about Greg, it's about all of us. Yeah. Ask your question, Greg. Yeah. Completing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Oh my goodness. Let's see. What are they saying? Okay, now it's about being logical and honest, and allow your impulsive creativity and be curious. Challenging information, delays and change of plans, truth delivered without tact. Oh my goodness, I must not have had any tact when I was delivering the truth about the ego, right? So I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I didn't really mean it, bro. The cards just lay out the way they do. They're just trying to let you know, behave. Oh my goodness, they're just flying out. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll say now, all right. Now they're saying you're trustworthy. You're compassionate. You're respected. Open your heart and mind to those around you. That's what it's telling you. It's telling you, open your heart and your mind around you. It's not all about Greg, Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work, And that's where victory comes in. Victory comes in with good news and public recognition. When we're actually sharing that love, it's not all about ourselves. It's not. It is about ourselves and all those around us. And that's all we have to open our heart to, is for that joy, that laughter, that play, that excitement to come in. I no longer ask why. There is no question. No question. We're just reading. Oh, I tell you, your cards are flying all over the place. It says, it's okay, be the hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. We start with the ego and we end up with the hermits telling you, go back inside for your spiritual teaching, for your self-discovery. And it is about opening the heart in this way for the victory to come through. Let's see what the cards are really trying to say here, okay? Hold on. Let me pull some other cards for you. Let's see. Yeah, it is about balancing. It is about balancing ourselves for that caring connection to happen. So it is, I know, it is so important to love the person that we are. It's so important to love the internal soul, the outer soul. But we need to make sure when we're loving that soul, it isn't just about, I know I love myself and I love the person I am. But as I love who I am, I have to remember that I'm sharing that love outwardly too. And it's not all about me, but a lot of it is about me. But there has to be a balance that comes in so we can allow the connection to take place. It is about balancing how much we're projecting out to another, that it's me. It is about that way we're not bringing conflict in from others, as we're finding this new creative way of recognizing the high quality of a person that we really truly are, so we can actually be this team player in this victorious way, this team player that's compassionate and loving and recognized, which I know that you know how to do all of that, but it's just what I'm seeing in the reading is making sure that you're not doing too much me and projecting it out there to everyone else that way, because then it kind of does this conflict within this story. So it's about, and it is about balancing those emotions so they're more even, they're more level, they're more, they're not like so much, they're not so much one way or the other. It's not so much about me and it's not so much about the other, but it's so much about getting our emotional selves into balance so it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing out there, that we're balanced enough with the others. Me. It is. I think it really is. I think that's what's talking about right now. I mean, because we're doing a lot of self-healing. We're doing a lot of self-healing. And as we're going through this self-healing, it is about me when we're going through that self-healing. But yet, when we're projecting it back out onto others, even though it is a me thing, we don't want to make anybody else feel like they're not just as important as we are as a soul. And so it is about bringing that emotional self to a balance. That's what I got for so you're right. You guys are so funny. All right, so we're going to read another. This one will be for the collective out there that's watching the show. We got 114 people in the show in the background there. So we're going to just do this reading right here. It's just for the collective. What is it the collective needs to know, hear, say, be, do? What is it that we can bring, a peace, a calmness, a hope, a desire, a calmness within? What is it? So for the collective out there, the cards are saying to whatever it is that you like to do, whatever it is that you really enjoy doing, to make sure that you're watering that gift of yours. We have to water that internal soul. We have to water what it is that we love, and to get out of our heads about it. No, not to be thinking about it, but make fast action. Let's just get in, just jump into doing what it is that you love doing. Right now we have a full moon in Virgo in the Pisces seasons, and those two together have to do with the Pisces wants you to dream big, and the full moon in Virgo wants us to get something done. So it wants you to get something done, and something that you really, really, truly enjoy doing. Like, I enjoy doing this. And so I love investing my time into this, whether it's on the camera, on the film, or is it behind the scene where I'm creating. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes in to me even going live here, and having my own YouTube channel, and having my own Instagram channel, and having my own Facebook channel, and having it all working together so they're intertwining with one another. And then everything that it takes, I mean, those are the simple things, but everything to take it, to make it into, so it's more of a business-like format, is like I have the commercials that are in there, and I have, I'm a TV host for the program. That's the first 30 minutes of this program. I'm a TV host, or I'm TV hosting right now, but, it takes a lot to actually put all the pieces together, and the website. In fact, if anybody wants any of my services, rather they want a tarot reading for themselves, the information's down there below in the description. But you can all go to my webpage at cynthiatoet.com, and maybe Sunny will be in there, and she'll put a link in there to how to find my website, and it tells you about my coaching services, and it also tells you about my card services. So let's see, what else do these cards have to say for the collective out there today? What else? Yeah, it is about loving the internal soul. That when we're loving that internal soul, that soul radiates outwardly, that all we have around us are people that love us on all sides of us. We've got that love that's loved on all sides of us. 131. Mine says 130. Yeah, it's about allowing ourselves to making sure that we're crystal clear with that love within. We're crystal clear with the people that we're hanging out with, or the tribes or the members that are around us, that they are loving souls. We're crystal clear knowing that we're not allowing our thoughts to take us into this this feeling of a way, because this is our thoughts. Our thoughts are making us feel less than whole and complete. It's like we've taken our thoughts and we manage our thoughts to be able to see the sword is down. We've got the sword down, and we're done allowing ourselves to keep going into this lower vibrational story. And when we're actually investing into the gifts that you each love to do. Each one of us love to do something different. Someone might love to cook. Somebody else might love to go on a 100-mile bike ride. Somebody else might love to sing. Somebody else might love to compose music. Somebody else might love to whatever it is that you love to do. It's telling you to make sure you're investing in that, because that's what life is doing the things that you love doing. And not to be judging yourself as you're going through the process of doing the things that you love doing. This is, taking the lower emotional feeling and the higher emotional feeling and let them be at balance with each other, not to be judging the process. Go ahead and do the process. The process is watering your gifts. And make sure that you're doing it now, because right now is the time with this full moon, again, in Virgo, in the Pisces seasons. Right now is the time to create, to water those gifts, to dream big. Like, what is it that you really love to do? Let's get that love of your life in action. That love, that so it's surrounded, you're operating from that loving self. So let that love be felt all around you, and let that be coming to you crystal clear. And let's see, Kathleen's saying, so much work. I never even did anywhere near what you do with my channel. And it is a ton of work. So what you're doing definitely is a lot. So that's just confirmation that, someone else is in the chat that's talking about, they started a YouTube channel, but they realized how much work it really is. And to be doing it, you're not charging anybody anything as for your first long time, 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 viewers before you get any payment from anything, not unless somebody wants to give a donation or something, which I've gotten sometimes. And that I have donation links down below. Somebody can donate into PayPal or into Vimeo. And this is about balance our emotional selves, balancing the divine feminine within ourselves and balancing the divine masculine within ourselves. So we're actually balancing. And what the difference is between a masculine and a feminine? The divine masculine is the logical one, the structured one, and things need to be in order. But if we're doing too much logic, structure, and order, then we are out of balance. And then the divine feminine, she's more free flowing, and let's get this done, and let's do this down, and it don't matter which order, because we're just working like in this magical way. But again, a little bit of too much of that's too floaty and too flighty. So it's important for our divine masculine, divine feminine within ourselves to become more balanced within each other. Oh. Yeah, that when we're balanced inside, that's when the chariot takes off. Okay, I'm ready to go. Woo! We're in our vehicle of choice, whichever vehicle of choice it is, and we've filled it up with the premium gas, and we're able to go. Woo! Let's go. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Yeah, it is about allowing yourself to work together with the divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself, so you can actually allow that action to be more creative, to be more movement, to be more flowy, to be more flying. You have no doubt in Kathleen. You have no doubt in my abilities. Yeah. My brother, he came and visited me, and he was on the show, and yeah, it's just constantly in movement. I love doing what I'm doing, though. That's why I can do it, I hear something cool lately. It was that more balanced your divine masculine and feminine are within ourselves, and the less that we have a physical need to have a masculine and feminine. Yeah, that is true. Because when you're finding that that balance within yourself, the divine masculine and divine feminine in yourself, your life becomes more calm. It becomes more like you're not seeking out there to have anything fulfilled or anything. That doesn't mean that there's not a divine masculine or divine feminine that could or should be with you at any point or time, but it just means that you could go without a mate easier because you're in alignment within your true soul's purpose and your true soul self. Some of us are here to be with another to allow that to happen. But again, when you are more in line with that wholeness, the divine masculine, the divine feminine within yourself, then the need or the want for the other isn't so massive, isn't so great, isn't so big, it isn't so like it has to be, it just, if it happens, it just is. Okay, so this to continue on, this is about teamwork, working together, and it is about love. This is a soulmate card. This is, and how I'm gonna read this is when we are more imbalanced with our masculine self and our feminine self, we're more likely to work together in this grounded way as a team. And when we're working on this grounded way of a team, that's when a soulmate connection is more likely to come forward and connect. These are like two people that are operating kind of like the same way, but they're operating in two separate bodies, but they're kind of like doing the same thing at the same time of day. And so it's like two hearts in two separate bodies, but it's operating as one. Lay them down. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is about balancing. It is about balancing ourselves. Yeah, actually, when we're actually in balance with ourselves, that's when our wishes and dreams come true. Our wishes and dreams of life being this wonderful, magical, beautiful place that it really, truly is, when we're not stuck in the outside world story, when we're actually can be stuck into our own story. It is a beautiful place. I mean, we have the birds and the bees, and like today, I went outside to walk my dog this morning, right? And there's two ravens, and they let me get pretty close to them with my dog, and but I think it's beautiful because they're like watching me, and I'm watching them back. Okay, and then a little bit later today, I had two little bunny rabbits right outside the front of my door. I mean, it is such a blessing. That's magical. It's so beautiful. There's just like, yeah, it's unlimited love. That's what brings change in. When we're allowed to be in balance with ourselves, with our lower emotional selves and our higher emotional self, then the wishes and dreams are allowed to come through with unconditional love. Love's still all around us. That's what changes the vibration of your life. That's what changes your world, so you're living in this happier, vibrant way. We're at 111 current view rate. So 111. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Well, I think that was pretty beautiful reading for the collective. Let's see, I'm gonna pull a Love Your Inner Goddess card. And I'm gonna I'll have to read this one from the book. It gives me a little bit of brainwave time. I always love these cards. And again, anybody that's in there watching the show that is interested in getting a reading or having a reading, please just put your question in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just read as a whole. There's nothing I don't share. Okay. Oh, here we got. Lay them down. I claim it. Cards are flying. I am who I am. I'm good. There's nothing I don't share. I am there. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Bright destiny. Ooh. What's it say? Just with the caterpillar thought the world, just when the caterpillar thought it was over, it became a butterfly. Woo! So don't give up. Bright destiny. I love it. Let's see. That's number 14. It's okay to feel unclear or even confused about what is happening in your life or within you at this time. It's like that because you are going through a soul growth. Things will become clear in time. For now, however, let the process happen. Fear can make us try to focus. Sometimes it isn't quite ready yet. Don't try to impose a meaning, take action, or understand it all permanently. Don't think too hard. When it is time for you to act, you will know it. It's okay to relax and trust that the moment of clarity will come when the time is right. And please, anyone that's out there watching the channel, if you'd help the channel out by liking it too, please like the channel, please. I'd appreciate it. Many, but it's not really about me. All right. To become truly yourself, shining your divine beauty and light, you will go through a process of releasing what is no longer right and true for you. Like the caterpillar who sheds when it is time to emerge into a butterfly, you will let go of the person you were once thought you needed to be. It's like transformation or like a rebirth. This can feel freeing, exciting. It can also seem frightening. You may feel crazy sometimes, trying to hold on to a past that is no longer available to you and grasping for a future that is yet to be. Sometimes it can feel like a dark night of a soul, filled with questioning and confusion. Others may not understand what is happening, and yet you feel as though you can't really explain it either. In such times, we have to trust that all the changes and unnecessary uncertainty are part of the process of growth, letting go in order to open up to something amazing and new. This is happening for you now. You don't have to be afraid. You're going through this because you are ready for it, even if you think you're not. There is a loving reason for it all, even if you cannot see it right now. Put your faith in mystery, trust in the answers will come, and so will the joy of all that you have gotten into. Stay true to your path and know that you have a bright destiny ahead. It says, feel like you're surrendering and let go. As you do so, a beautiful light shines all around you, holding you safe and bringing you peace to your heart. Let your heart feel light and smile gently. Woo, woo, woo. All right. You love it. I love it too. I love this deck, how it has these beautiful readings that come in there. All right, so we need more for the collective out here. It's more about us. It's always about us. Okay. What do we got? What do we got going here? All right. Let's see what the cards have to say. So right now, it's talking about power. Utilize the power within this full moon for your new beginnings. It is the full moon. This full moon has to do with allowing your dreams to come true and putting the energy into it. So, yeah, for the new beginnings to happen. These cards are just flying all over the place. I threw it back in, Greg. Woo! You don't want to see that one anyhow. I know, if it's supposed to come out, it'll be flying back out anyhow. Yeah, it is about utilizing this full moon that we're getting ready to go through, utilizing the power that's there within to allow the new beginnings to come forward. And see, this is new beginnings coming forward. This is the new idea, the new beginning, and it's coming forward. Some new offerings are coming from it. What if? What was it? Somebody blocking your water. What if? To go ahead and invest in what it is that you love doing, investing in what it is that you really love doing, allowing yourself to get on that horse and ride on the horse so you can move forward in this radiant way, this beautiful way, to allow yourself to shine from the inside out so you're radiating outwardly from that beautiful, awesome, amazing person you are, all because you decided to take time to invest in that talent, that gift, that special thing that you love to do. Just because you decided to do that, it allowed you to feel radiant. It allowed you to shine in this awesome, amazing, beautiful way. It allowed you to bring a balance within, a crystal clear balance within. And it allows you to actually see love within too, or love starts to come forward. And just in the process, just because you were hanging around, you could see the light within that allowed the divine feminine within yourself to be radiant, to be whole, to be complete, to feel shiny. I love this because you're allowed the light to shine from within, and then it allows you to feel this awesome, amazing, beautiful self that you truly are, that you could just walk along life and feeling this beautiful soul that you are, just because you decided to hang around in your own passion. You hung around in investing time and energy into the things that you love doing. You hung around adjusting your time and your energy into making sure you were doing those things that were just perfect for you. It's 1:11. Woo, 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 woo. We got 11:11. Woo, woo, woo. At least that's where it is right here at my house. All right, so we got, I just love it because this is about because we allowed the shine within to shine outwardly, to allow it to shine outwardly, that we just feel it, we embrace it, we're living it, we're walking it, we're the abundance, the cup, this is a cup of love and excitement. The abundance comes forward, everything it is that your wishes and dreams, that's again the wishes and dreams that you've ever looked for, that bright light within you started to shine so bright that abundance came forward towards you. And it all because we took time to invest in it, in the things that we love doing, to invest into our power, to invest that into that beautiful soul, to balancing the emotional self out, to allow this beautiful soul to come out and to shine in this beautiful, awesome, amazing way. All right, let's see what's next. And then we have the Prince of Swords. He's coming forward. The Prince, we got a Prince of Cups coming forward. We got a Prince of Swords coming. The Prince of Cups, this is love. And the Prince of Swords is coming forward with the thoughts in order. The thoughts have been in order. They've been fine-tuned. They've been put in order. With the Knight of Disc, now what are we missing here? Wands. And the Knight and Prince, we got... There's the Wands. What are we missing? The Wands. There's the Knight of Wands. He's making forward movement, action toward you. And what happens is when we become balanced and we become this radiant, beautiful queen that we really are, it opens up the masculine. I mean, when the feminine starts to shine this way, the masculine goes, I'm heading right towards that, because she's so radiant, she's so bright, she's so shiny. She's so shiny. She's got abundance written all over her. I'm going after her right now. I love it, because I was just talking about, we got I know these are two knights and these are two princes, but there's still people moving forward, with action, solid, grounded, thoughts in order, love, looking at the love, looking at the passion, looking at the desire, which allows someone to come towards you that's enjoying watching the person that you truly are, watching the star that you truly are, brings this attractive person towards this other attractive person. Prince of Disc. It is all, everything's actually being divinely guided, and it's going to be successful in what's being guided. And the Empress is it's almost like the Empress says, here, let me offer you this. You've gone through a major rebirth, and you've gone through it with strength, and you allowed yourself to come forward with, okay, there we go. So you allowed yourself to come forward. It's like we've gone through a major rebirth. This old soul, this soul that wasn't working for us, this soul that's so tired, so exhausted, just, we're taking that outfit off, and we're coming out to be this more bright, radiant soul. And as we're coming out and being bright and radiant, we're allowing ourselves to be strong and courageous. We allowed the lion that was inside of us to come out. We're actually tamed the lion that was inside of us that was running the show, but now the lion's on the outside of us that's tamed, that we can have the strength and the courageous to go ahead and move forward. That brings that brings these two together with action, with passion, with desire, for a brand new beginning. In this new beginning, where we're gaining the inner peace, we're gaining that inner confidence, we're gaining that inner wisdom, at that awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that you truly, really are. I'm going to put in a little commercial, and I'll be right back. Let's see this one.
All I
once again, if there's anybody that's in the chat that would like to ask a question for me to answer, just throw your question in the chat, and I'll be happy to see what the cards have to say for you. Okay, you got so many commercials now. Yeah, I got so many commercials. I have a ton more. I had to redo a lot of them because of the copyright issue, right? I had to redo 100 of my videos because of copyright, you know? It's crazy. I'm surprised more people aren't coming into the chat to ask questions. Of course, all my regulars are always going to ask me questions. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I'm actually, I have plans with some of those commercials. Let's see what we're going to utilize them. It is again about using our self-love. You know, it is about loving that internal self, utilizing your intuition, and knowing where that self-love is supposed to be, grow, or learn from. Let the waterfall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. And the intuition, it says, listen to the inside and sense moment to moment what is needed next. Even when I'm doing the show, it's like I have to listen to what my insides are guiding me to moment what to do next, you know. Which deck of cards? What does somebody want to hear? What is needed? What does the collective need to know, you know? Whoa, what does the collective need to know must be right here, is all the collective. Yeah, okay, so I love it because we got a heart here. It's saying, you know, allow us to, each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen to the inside sense of moment to moment what is needed. And many of us are going through grief right now, you know. Tears are what has happened. Tears are what happened when the ice of the heart melts. It's like we go through grief because the story within the story gives us the griefful feeling. It's how we've written the story that brings us pain to the mind, body, and soul. Believe me, I've gone through many losses in the last few years, and not just people and animals, and not everybody knows here, but I suffered from fibromyalgia for 15 years, and I had just gotten myself well before all these deaths started happening. And when it started happening, the grief was going to take me back under, and I yelled at the Lord. I go, hey, I just got well. What do you want me to do? You want me to start grieving now? And actually what the Lord told me at that time, he said, no, I want you to take what I taught you to how you got yourself well from the fibromyalgia, and I want you to apply that. I don't want you to sit here and grieve more. I want you to sit here and live more. And so that's what I continue to do. I surrendered to the grief that was going to happen, which was going to put me back into bed, and I was still not going to be worthy anymore. I surrendered to it. It says to stop. I stopped trying to control the whole universe because I can't, you know. What I learned at that time is when somebody passes away, that was their divine timing. That was their divine. We are divinely brought onto this earth. We're divinely born, and we divinely pass, whatever way it is. And it's not always a pretty way, but it is a way. And we have to surrender to the process and learn and grow from it. Oh, we got Marshall back. Hey, we love everything going on. I know you did a reading, but can I have one about my wife's prosperity? Okay, I'll give you a reading about Amy. Okay, high vibe, low energy. Cynthia, I've been high 5, but low energy. Give me 3 cards as to what to do. And I've been doing some inner child healing, feeling really good about it. Okay. So this could even have to do with inner child healing here, is because our past story has to do it. They are stories of grief. They are stories of pain. They are stories that didn't serve us, that we had to surrender to. Okay. All right, I'm going to get to Amy here in just a moment. Let me finish this part. And then after I get to Amy, I'll go back and do Greg's on his he wants 3 cards. Okay, we're going to just do Greg's 3 cards right now. So put those over there. Three cards for Mr. Gregory Toet in the chat. Divine love. Woo, 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 woo. When you're offered everything to divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. Yeah. So the low energy, I've been high 5, but low energy. So the low energy has to do with we have to detach, and it is detaching any story, any lower vibrational feeling. We have to detach it to allow divine to step in. And that's what the next show is about, and this has part to do with this show, is being divinely guided, divinely led. Allow that to step in and to be in the moment. And again, anybody in the chat, please remember to like the channel while you're here, please. And if you'd like a reading, just put your look what I told you, just detach, confirmation. Divine love has to do with detaching. With detachment, you will finally feel whole inside, with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, which I think is ironically, this card flew out after I just said detach. Ironically, that's often when it is fulfilled. We have to detach to what we think the story is, or what it's supposed to be, or what it was, or what it wasn't, for us to actually receive that love. Every day is becoming easier to receive the highest divine plan, to trust in my inner guidance. So this is talking about divine love, and it's talking about detaching. This is talking about detaching and why we have to detach, and this is still talking about the divine plan. So we had 3 cards. This is talking about divine love and detachment. This is talking about detachment, and this is talking about divine. So I really find it interesting that the cards are all supporting themselves, Greg. So it is truly about detaching. Everything that you thought should be, would, could, what, maybe, any thought, any action, any form, detach. So divine can come in and do its magic. So divine can lead and guide and take that next divine love and really fulfill your soul and your spirit, to bring that vibe up to a high 5. To bring it up to an awesome, amazing place or space. I love it too, Gray. I love it because, when the Divine Love came out, I really knew that was the card for you, But when it had the word detachment here, and then this is the card that came back to it, it really is supporting. That's what is needed. It is the detachment of what we think was, is, should be, could be, would have been, could have been, should have been, would have been, I don't know, whatever. And when we're able to actually detach all those stories that never served us, they were just blocking us, that's when we're able to receive what divine truly has to offer us. Yeah, I bet you all stories are not gone, Greg, because I know of my journey of what I've been on. I still go through some stories that I don't even believe are there, but not until it's ready for me to see that story will that story come and show itself to me. It is a process. It's not just like an all or nothing thing. It is allowing the old stories to shed off of us, detaching them, and each time we're detaching them, this newness comes in and we're starting to receive a little bit more. And as we're receiving a little bit more, we might find more to detach, to let go of. We didn't even see this one before because we were so busy letting go of this one. And as we're letting go of this one, I couldn't see this one because I'm at work at this one. Divine's at work at this one. Now Divine's got this one in order for me. Now Divine, let me see this one. So there's, we can only do so much at once. It's not like here's a dump truck and here let's just do them all at once. Some of them need a particular space, and they need a particular order. They need some of the other things that need to be put into place before you get to this one. So as much as it's, all the stories are gone, I truly don't believe they're all gone. I believe that there's still some that are in there that we just don't see yet. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to be here on this journey of still cleansing and releasing and moving forward. We would be more into Eckhart Tolle's position and living in the now all the time. And I know that it feels that we're almost there. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say any of that to make you feel less than whole and complete. I'm letting you know that to expect that because we got this cleaned out that it's all done. We don't have any more. There's going to be more somewhere somehow, and it gets easier through the process. Okay, over to Marshall. Marshall wants to know. No, nobody can hurt you. The hurt and the pain is from stories of the past. If the hurt comes up forward now, it's because it's already written in the story of the past. Nobody can hurt you now. Only the old stories that haven't even revealed themselves could possibly come up and hurt you now. So. Going back to Marshall, we love everything going on. I know you did a reading, but can I have one about my wife's prosperity? All right, let's see. All right, this is for Amy. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna, let's see. Prosperity to me has to do with how we feel with our internal selves to move forward, or what is it that needs to be shifted or rearranged within our internal self to move forward, to allow prosperity to actually step into our life. Okay, so first we'll deal with the energy level of prosperity, okay? So it's like when we're glazing out the moon, there's lots of space and lots of room. When we're looking up into the heavens, we discover that the joy is limitless. I mean, when we're looking at let's say a waterfall, you know, when the waterfall, all the water is pouring down, I mean, the beauty of that waterfall is limitless. There's not much we can do to take it away from that moment. And it's like when we're glazing at the moon, it's like how we can get lost in time or get lost into the glaze, that how everything just kind of looks so beautiful. It's like to bring in the feeling of it's like magic in the flowers. Where you see the flowers is where the fairies sparkle. Like, you know, it is again like where life is. Life is about the beauty in life. It's like the trees and the plants and the flowers and everything. And like I was talking about the ravens and the squirrels that were outside of my house, how beautiful it was, is for our souls to see the beauty that's around us. Love is a sunbeam. Love radiates. The more it does, the stronger it becomes. It is because when we're actually put ourselves into this vibrant way, you know, like we're allowing ourselves to get lost within the space, within the universe that's actually here around us. It doesn't have anything to do with money or anything. This has to do when we're getting lost with the creation of everything around us, not just our mind, body, and soul, but everything else around us, and getting lost getting lost at just looking at all those fairies that are in the flowers there, getting lost at just looking at the moon, and like it's the most beautiful thing to see, is when that love that starts to shine within, that starts to beam outwardly, the love that it becomes more stronger when we're actually looking for the beauty around us within what the planet has to offer, whether it's the trees or the flowers or the waterfall, or whether it's the sun or the moon. It's not to hold back, allowing ourselves to see that part, because that part is such a beautiful part for us to see life in that way. That's what brings abundance in. Because we are like, it's almost like opening another door to allowing the universe to provide for us in this other new amazing way. It's like, wow. I mean, have we wondered how many times that moon comes up and goes down throughout our lifetime, and it's consistent? And the sun, it comes up and shines and goes back down and shines, and how many times that's consistent? The beauty of the stars that are up in the sky, and how they're just so shiny and bright and radiant, and how they all are just there on this, how they just shine magically. To be in awe with how the flowers grow out of the ground just by a seed that gets planted, and from the rain that falls, and the rain gets the soil wet, and how these flowers grow magically. How we can see beauty in this whole nother way, and all the little animals, all the little creatures that are out there, whether it's the squirrels or the rabbits or the birds or the bees, you know, how amazing is life, really, when we look at all that is actually around us and not just in us. But yet when we look at it, the openness of life around us that's so beautiful in that way kind of opens up this new beauty within us too, that allows this abundance to flow within us from the outside world. It allows us to be more courageous, to be that person, that soul, that human being that you truly, really are. Not fearing anything anymore so much, because you see how life is actually truly providing. Look, life provides the sun and the moon and the stars and the rabbits and the birds and the bees. And it just is providing this beauty all around us. It allows you to be strong enough to be that awesome, amazing person you truly really are. It allows you to open up and take these steps that show that in this awesome, amazing, beautiful way, that allows this true offering. This is, something is offering, the universe is offering some kind of abundance because of the fact that you could see the abundance all around. The true offering takes when I am unbearable cross of return, and it returns it with love. Because we just got done embracing everything that's just naturally happens around us with the love from within and seeing it without and loving it. It's like became this exchange. And it allowed you to open up and to be more this spiritual free person, to be that awesome, amazing soul of you are, without worrying about something judging you or something telling you need to do this or that, to be this perfect soul that you truly really already are, is when this prosperity of abundance comes forward towards you. Because that's where abundance really lies. That's where the feeling of success really lies. My dog, she's snoring. I'll put her to sleep. And you got the same two cards as Greg. It is about detaching those old stories that we were actually really raised to say that you got to do this to prove your worth here, you got to do that to prove your worth there, you got to blah, 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 blah. No, you don't gotta. We need to detach ourselves from those old stories for the receiving of the true offer that the universe really has for us to receive this abundance to come in. We have to surrender to what we thought it was. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And allow life to provide you in this beautiful, magical way. That's what I got for Kathy. Oh, look at, we got a new person in the house. Let me go back. I was so caught up in my reading, I knew I could see my chat blowing up, but I couldn't. Could you work a little faster, please? Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. Marcus, what are you telling me? Move a little faster, please. You're so funny. A new one in the house telling me to move a little faster. Yeah, what is my future with the beautiful woman reading the cards? You want to know. And let's see. I don't know, Marcus. She's pretty picky. I was about to ask Mr. Gregory. We'll do the reading first to Marcus. Marcus, do you happen to drink Sprite? Oh, why, yes. Oh, my goodness. Of course. All right. And you guys are so funny. A little faster, please. I was taking a slow moment out, I did a 4-hour show on Monday. All right, so I hope that helped, Marshall. That one was for Amy. I thought it worked. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. So Marcus, you want to know about this gal here, right? Mm-hmm. And you're a Sprite drinker, I see. Always coming in and hiding, huh? Well, look, that's why you asked. I'm Sprite. Gotta wet my whistle. Read a little faster. You guys are so funny. All right. So Marcus. Yeah, Sprite with vodka. No vodka at this house. in this alcohol-free zone. Oh my goodness. Oh, Gregory! Can you get the cards on the floor? A beautiful tower moment is happening during this full moon cycle. It's about some seeds that have been planted, that have been growing very beautiful. You didn't know that you could make this plant grow like it has, but you want to move forward with some kind of offering. Where's your OnlyFans? Where's your OnlyFans? I got my OnlyFans. Faster, Cynthia, faster. Guys, you fast cars. You might want to get one of those. Who has a fast car in the house? Marcus. I had, what was our top count tonight, Gregory? Was that 131 you said? I had 131 viewers. Marcus, where you been? Yeah, the offering that you have to offer, it makes this divine feminine like, yeah, finally. Full of joy, full of happiness, full of laughter, full of play, full of treasure, feeling radiant from the inside out, and full of radiance. And be into astrology. Oh yeah, and be in what? And guys with fast cars, you might want to get one of those. Oh yeah, and be into astrology. Marcus, where you been? Whoa, this offering's coming in fast. All right, let's see. What's the cards had to say for Marcus? Couldn't, oh, another one down on the ground. Let me see. Which cup do I want to fill in fast? You know, it's the cup that has the heart, you know. Why are you still pondering? Why are you still wondering? Let's see. My favorite fans. Oh no, I haven't seen oh. My Instagram followers just blew up. Yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, I got help. Oops. All right, back to the show. I've been ready. You've been ready. What have you been ready for? You're ready. You're ready to be grounded. You're ready to be solid. You're ready for this equal balance. This balance. The divine masculine, the divine feminine have just as much to offer each other. You're ready for the sun to shine, to be radiant. This is the happiest card in the deck, and you know that there's been people working behind the scenes. The angels have been working behind the scenes for this light to shine, for the radiant light to shine. So you've been putting vodka in your Sprite lately, huh? You've been ready. Sprite with vodka with a side of water. I got my water. I got my water too. How about that? We want a side of water? Well. All right. Page of Swords. So these people have been working behind the scene really hard for this passionate, fiery story to come forward. It's written in the book. It's written in the book. They've been working hard to make sure the story that's written in the book allows the shine to come out to shine. There's no vodka in this house, so. So, you know, that's teamwork. That's two people working together as a team, and then the tribe members sitting here, or you know, the family members, or the people that, you know, been watching this story. They're watching these two work together with joy, with happiness, with laughter, with play. Look at, he cannot get his eyes off of her, but she can't get her eyes off of him either. Look at, they got a green light. He's got the green shirt on, see? Because I'm ready, I'm ready. That's what he said. I've been ready. Marcus, what are you selling? I have a feeling he isn't into astrology. The cards show he's not. I don't know. I haven't asked. Is there an astrology in the house? But see, we're doing this. This reading's for Marcus. Yeah, there is a divine feminine that's been, you know, she's put down her feelings. She's laid them down to rest. She's been calmly, you know, looking out patiently, and continues to keep doing her passion. She continues to do her gifts. She continues to do her show. She continues to keep investing in the things that she loves doing. Yeah, they're not, are they? We're like a gang. So you guys are a gang. It is showing. Oh, he's going, oh my goodness. Come on. He was wanting new beginnings. Come on, don't pick on him. You want me to pick up the cards and shuffle again and do again, huh? You want me to do a second time? The cards got used to him not being around. That's why. Now, there's the Emperor. He goes, but I'm ready to make a move. He goes, oh, I'm ready. Okay, what move are you going to make? Show us. What move is the Emperor going to make? He goes, I'm going to move forward. I'm coming forward fast. The Emperor's getting ready to make movement. He's coming forward. Woo, woo, woo. How about that? You're so doomed. Yeah, they got your number. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's been protecting her heart, and there is a new love on the table. So the Emperor, he's coming forward as the Chariot, which is his favorite card in the deck. You know, he's coming forward, and she's been sitting here, the Divine Feminine. She's been protecting her heart. She's going, I'm gonna just sleep this off. I'm gonna keep working my gifts, and I'm gonna sleep off the rest, and I'm gonna protect that heart in the process, because you know there's no story in here that can really make my heart go under, because of the fact that, you know, there's new love here, new love on the table. And Mrs. Kathy, virtual gang. Oh, I miss Paul too. I haven't seen Paul for about 2 readings now. But I figured Paul was, you know, Paul said something about having this test to take, and I think that's on the 21st, and I figured that Paul's probably out there studying and don't have time to show up for the show, you know. But I bet you Paul's really missing the show. Maybe she's just been extra busy with the test stuff. Look at you. Yeah, Kathleen. Kathleen, look at, yeah, it goes, all right. I'm out of here. Oh my goodness, yeah, what we can't see. Yeah. We're guarding the story. Hold on. Maybe she's just extra. Okay. That's so funny. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Oh, look at now we got the King of Swords. Okay, now we got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. That's a divine couple that's coming out. And the King of Swords, he's going like, look at, I'm laying down my thought process too. I've let them come to rest because the thoughts that I was thinking beforehand didn't fit into our story. So I had to really take time out and I had to surrender. What are these cards that I never even read? Oh, it's just the one card. Why is this one card? Why did it not get read? Well, she's been just making sure she's nurturing the things that she has, and as she's nurturing them, because when she's taking the divine feminine, when she's doing her stuff, when she's doing her work, which is back here, where she's doing her work, she wants to make sure that it's blessed. She wants to make sure she's blessing everything she does before it goes back out into the community. Because she's making sure that the community gets this. I know, I got to dig back into my cards. Oh, there's the divine couple there, okay. The reason why she's blessing the stuff is because she wants to make sure what she has to share back out is with a shine. She wants to make sure what she shares back out is vibrant. She wants to make sure what she's sharing back out is radiant. She wants to make sure what she's sharing back out is actually raising the vibration of the story to this higher vibrational way. No. Block them. Right, Miss Kathy, Virtual K. I got Sprite and water, Mr. Gregory Towett. I got a divine couple on the table. They both have been thinking a lot, but their thoughts is at peace. They're at rest. Thank you. I appreciate the retract. Let's see. I like these cards. Shh. Don't tell on my brother. So, in layman's term, what is my future like? In layman's terms, what's your future like? Well, what do you want it to be like? We're gonna look at it's leaping in love. That's what it's like. That's layman's term, okay? That's as lame as it gets. you're just gonna fall in love. You were not expecting it. You didn't anticipate it, but it just happened. And it's like, now what am I gonna do with this loving feeling? You're going to follow through with it, because otherwise, you're going to start from scratch. You're going to start over with the way that you need help. It's starting over. Leaping in love. We can do love stories here all day and all night long. What's a love story going on? Give us a love story, please. Give us a love story. Let's see what Marcus needs to know in layman's terms. Layman is he's starting over with love because he's starting from scratch, from starting over, brand new. It says, just say you know. Just say you already know that you're already all in. You're already all into this story. You already know. When we're actually deeply and completely in love with yourself, and then you actually fall in love with another soul because they're just this beautiful, amazing, beautiful soul. And you can see that, and then you get two beautiful souls that are together, that are shining in this beautiful, awesome, amazing way. They're all in. I mean, it's an all-in thing. And it's something that you really already know, but it has just been a matter of allowing yourself to actually fall into love, because you had to start over with those stories. You've had some stories of the past that, that was written up this way and it was written up that way, and those stories of the past were not serving. We're not allowing you to actually fall into love, or to allow this love to actually fall into place, even though you can feel it, even though you know it's there, even though you already knew it was already there. To know, like you say, that you're all in, that the both of you have always been all in. It's just a matter of it's a divinely time, and we're all being divinely guided. I mean, things don't happen when they haven't happened, because the divine hadn't said yes yet. Divine said, no, we still got this to take care of. We still got that to take care of. For myself, I know I've had major stuff be put together in that time. It's like, okay, well, we'll just invest in me for a little while. Yeah. Great. Who are you saying needs help? I need help? You need help? Marcus needs help? You're right. Thank you. Yeah, you had to take time to pick up after yourself, There were stories in the background that still needed to be taken care of, and Divine had not led us together yet. But you were already in love, but you still already had to allow those old stories to be picked up, and right now it looks like those stories are be gone. They've been taken care of, and that other person has been just waiting, or she hasn't really been waiting around. She's been busy. She's been busy creating. She's been busy doing her thing. She goes, I'm not waiting around while he's in the middle of picking up his baggage and taking care of himself. I'm going to go take care of myself, Let's see. So let's see. Anything else for Marcus? For anything? Okay, where do you want to go? Live in the large. Yep. When you guys actually get together, it's like you're going to be living this life that I don't even think either one of you can really see how big it will get. It's going to get bigger than either one of you can even possibly imagine. Why you can't see it is because it's something new. It's not something that you've ever ran into before. It's something that, you never really even anticipated, but now that it's here, because, you cleaned up a lot of your journey, you cleaned up a lot of you picked up after yourself to allow that baggage to no longer be in the mix. So you can have that life that, is so big. I mean, you're already going for big dreams, and you're already going for awesome, amazing big dreams, but, this love that's in the mix is going to make it like, really? Did God grant me this? Did God really put heaven right here on earth and allow us to live this beautiful, amazing story right here, right now, in this beautiful place on this planet? For the parties to just feel this magnificent, I can't even say that word, me, to feel this awesome, amazing, beautiful soul that you truly, really are. Where everything is where everything is beautiful, because we let go of all the hairballs that were in there before. We let them be gone. We let them be gone. we couldn't have a hairball in the picture for everything to be beautiful. So, it had to go over here where the be gone was. Laser beam answer. I wouldn't be surprised if GPS don't come up, or hotline. Entanglement. Yeah, there was entanglement. There was things that was in the picture. It really was. I know there was entanglement in the picture that caused this hairball. Like my story. My story is like, I didn't really have much of an emotional reaction until somebody else wanted to know about my story and got me to spill out the story. And then when I tell the story, I'm going, well, if that's what you want to hear, you want to know the truth about the story, this is the truth about the story. But then after I told the story of the truth to somebody else that doesn't even understand the journey, doesn't even understand the story, it's like then I felt their emotional feelings of, it's like, wow. So I had to allow myself to detach and come unentangled with anybody else's messes or anybody else's opinions, anybody else's thoughts, because I'm doing me. When I'm doing me, it's like the story has still been a beautiful story because I know that I'm walking in this divine path and I'm divinely guided and divinely led. Interesting, haha. That I'm actually... I follow the signs. I'm actually in the flow. That was the license plate I saw today. The flow. I'm in the flow. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. There's some energy still in the mix. Why is these other cards coming up? Let's see. Yeah, it's just things are actually starting to get more smooth and more easy. And the message is loud and clear already. It's time to fly. See you later. Sunshine's in there. It's all about sunshine, lollipops, rainbows everywhere, and I know that you're familiar with that type of talk. Sunshines and lollipops and rainbows everywhere. And I know that you probably have to fly because you got other things to do, but the message is loud and clear that you had to just start over with scratch. You've already fallen deeply, completely in love, and you already know, and you know that both parties are all in. You also know that there were things that still need to be cleaned up, that need to be taken care of because it was a hairball of a mess. It would have brought entanglement in. And you didn't want to bring that entanglement into this new story, this person that you've fallen in love for. And because you know that love is going to allow the two of you to live this awesome, amazing, and beautiful life because of the two people you are, because you two are already meant to be together. It was a divinely orchestrated match, It wasn't like anything else, and because of that, Divine wants to provide for us in this awesome, amazing way, and saying that everything is already beautiful in this awesome, amazing way, and the message is loud and clear, and it's saying it's a laser beam of a message. I have a lot of dark in my past. Yes, I'm aware of that, and sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere, and maybe it's saying and it's smooth and easy. Something. Even though you've had a lot of dark, we all do. Thank you, Gregory. We all do. We all have a lot of dark in our past. We all have our stories to rework, to refigure out, to rewrite. It is the story of the past that keeps us stuck in the darkness. It is the story of the past that we really can find a new way to rewrite the script that we have written within our heads or in our minds, in our body or in our soul. We have to rewrite that script that really brings calmness within, that really brings this feeling of smooth and easy in. It actually brings this new way forward. It's like when the hiccups happen, when you're actually with this person that you're actually in love with, when you're actually with that person, they're not going to hold you accountable for the baggage of the past that hasn't been taken care of. They're going to, allow you to be the person you are, but when you're wanting to see how can I see how to rewrite that script? How can you'll be going, hey dear, this is how my script is written. And I say, this is the first time. I have never thought about this. This is how my script is written. And this is a script that keeps me fucked up, messed up, screwed up, and, going back in this low, dark place. And I'm really good at seeing the flaw in the story. I'm really good at knowing what to do to flip that script around. Ask anybody in the chat, and much more. It's like I can spot that story, but I don't hold on to that lower story. I look at the story and go, okay, this is the story that is written, that's keeping the lower vibrational feeling going, that's keeping the dark story going. And then I'm gonna go, okay, this is the story that I'll give you 2 or 3 different choices. You can take that story, and we're going to take this story, and we're going to clean it up. We're going to take the story that you have written, we're going to clean it up. And we're not changing the past. What we're changing is we're not changing the past. We're changing the feeling of the past. We're changing how we feel about those dark moments of the past. We're changing how they have really tripped us up. They tripped us up to the point of saying, hey, I want to get over this because I'm tired of living in that dark place. I'm tired of living in that dark spot. Cynthia, what story can you feed me to maybe where I don't want you to tell me what to do, but I want you to, maybe give me this script here and there and let me figure it out, because I'm sure in the hell don't want to figure out your fucking story. Excuse my French, but that's I got my own stories I have to figure out. But what I know is when I know the difference between when we're in a lower vibration and the higher vibration. The higher vibration is where we want to be, but if we can get that balance to the lower vibration being in balance with the higher vibration, so when the lower one starts to take over, the higher one can go, nope. And then the lower one takes over, the higher one goes, nope. We're going to keep rewriting that script because we're going to keep you operating into this. We're going to keep operating in this awesome, amazing, beautiful life that you want to live, that the Lord really granted us this planet to live on. This planet, this earth, to me, it's heaven on earth. The only thing that doesn't make it heaven is all the stories that we got going on. And I know, yes, there's a lot of shit going on in this world that isn't, the way that is out of a loving way, but each as individuals, as we're in our own little life stories, we can still choose our story within our own little world, so we can allow the smooth and easy feeling of life to come forward and to be operating from sunshine, lollipop, and rainbows everywhere. To be in the now is the best place, but even living in the now, Sunny and everybody else, I do believe those stories in the past that that keep haunting us and keep tripping us up, and a lot of it has to do with different people we're hanging around, or different people that'll trigger that story in us. And when you start hanging around with someone that doesn't feed into that story, that story will start to fall off, and you'll actually start seeing that better story of a way that actually changes the emotional feeling to the story, the emotional feeling that's attached to the story. That's what's going to be released. Because you find a new story, a new meaning. It doesn't change anything that happened in the past around. All it does is change the energetical feeling that we have of that past moment around. That's all. And that's how we claim our lives back. That's how we start living in happiness, joy, laughter, play, excitement, passion, desire, without having to worry about, when that hiccup comes, we're going to deal with the hiccup. We're not going to, oh, you mother effer. I didn't believe that you would blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, we're going to grow from it. Just think back a year ago, how much growth you've taken, Marcus. You personally have taken on your own. How much growth? Pause for a moment and look back, because I know there's been major change within your disposition. What if you had bad people trying to force the same? Who are you going to listen to? There's people that are going to be around us all the time that are going to try. I mean, you have a life and you have a choice. These people that are going to, you're going to stand tall. You're going to get to the point. When we start getting, believe me, I understand what you're saying. We get to the point, we don't tolerate believing in their stories. We don't allow their stories to feed our soul's stories. So, you become stronger, and especially if you're with your divine mate, your divine power couple, your divine person that you're supposed to be with. You start to stand in your power, and you won't be mad at them. You won't be angry at them. What we do is we allow them to be who they are. They're stuck where they're at because that's where they are with their growth. They haven't learned to grow past that stage. And but when we get into this higher vibrational of a story, that you're holding your stance and you truly understand where you're at with each position, then their stories won't weaken you anymore. And it's, again, one story at a time. Their stories won't weaken you anymore. Once you start getting more confident about the person you are, the soul you are, the love you are, and to know that we don't have to live in the past life of everybody else's story to make our story true and correct, but to you're just okay with who they are, and you when they have those lower vibrational stories that are coming toward you, you know that is their story. That's not your story, it's their story. We don't have to own their story as our story or your story. You only have to be aware that is their story and that's where they're at. And it's not our job to change their story. The only way we help someone change their story is when they're asking for assistance with that change. Otherwise, it's worthless to try to change their story. Trying to even explain anything to them is not going to make any sense if they're not ready for that story in the first place. So we don't want to waste our breath, time, and energy. We allow them to be in that lower vibrational way. And what you'll find is they won't want to hang around you as much. They won't want to be in your mix as much. Not unless they raise their vibration level up to yours. And that's just because of the journey that they are on in their lives. I understand. I understand, and much. It's the family is the hardest journey there is, but in the long run, it's the most rewarding to know that when they're trying to gaslight you, that it's not affecting you anymore because you made a choice of love. You made a choice on your own. No matter what their vibrational story is, that you learn to know that it's theirs. It's not yours. And the more that we allow them to have their stories as theirs, I mean, sometimes you might still feel some of their stories come through us because it's in the genes and the DNA, and it's stronger, it's more intense. but you'll start to recognize that that's theirs. I know I feel it, and it feels like shit. And about 3 hours later, going, I'm glad that one passed through, because I recognize that that was their disposition, not mine. And I didn't claim it. I felt it, but I didn't claim it. I felt it, but I didn't own it. I felt it, and I worked through it to make sure that I stayed centered and balanced within my soul's purpose and my mission. I don't have to have their approval. I don't have to live their life. I need my approval. I need God's approval. I need my approval. I need Spirit's approval. I need my soul's approval. And it is letting them go with love. Not judging, not wanting them, not wishing that they'd be different. That doesn't do us any good, not unless they're asking, again, not unless they're asking for the assistance that we know that we can help and provide them with. But if they're asking us something that we can't help them with or provide them with, or get them to even understand, then we still we set them free. We set their stories free. Oh, thank you. I'm right. I love it. It is a journey that we're going on. Faster. What happens when, let me read a little bit more. Yeah, I like what my brother said. When you know that they're gaslighting, you just sit there and smile. Again, it is a little different when it's family members, because because we are attached in this DNA way. But again, if we can allow them to go ahead and express themselves and express their stories, or be in their energy flow for whatever time, but yet allow ourselves to be guarded, to really not take their story in. That they're gaslighting you, just sit there and then sit there with a smile, knowing that you're smiling because you know that you're so thankful and grateful that you're not holding their disposition. You're so thankful and grateful that you're holding your disposition. And then you're also thankful and grateful to know that you know the difference. And you sit there and smile. Rather they see the smile or not, you can smile on the inside. You're smiling on the inside because you know the difference. You know the effing difference. So that's why you're smiling from the inside now. When they're trying to gaslight you, you're just smiling because you know where their story is. You know where they're going with it. And you know it's not your story. So you don't have to claim it, you don't have to own it. And the energy that's in between there that hasn't been cleaned up, you do learn how to not allow it to affect you in time. No, I'm telling you, bro. It's hard dealing with sociopath narcissists. They can be really manipulative. I know. And there will be a time that I know what all of that is. Believe me, I lived within that environment. I know. But let's take the word hard out of your picture and say, I'm learning how to deal with their behavior, no matter how manipulative it is, no matter how narcissistic it is, no matter how sociopath it is. But it's getting easier and easier for me to identify that, not just identify it, but not to even buy in to this much of the story. Not even buy in to any of the story, because that's their story. And there's no way you're going to convince them to flip their story around, because they will flip it around, but it's not going to serve your purpose. They're going to flip the story around right when you go to agree with their story. They're going to flip it around to the story that you were just telling them, and you go, motherfucker, you know. And so we have to surrender to believing that. So we got to take the word hard out of it first, Marcus, because you just saying hard actually makes it harder. So we need to say it's getting easier and easier for me to deal with these type of people, because I'm getting stronger and stronger as an individual self and soul, and knowing exactly what direction I want to go. It's getting easier and easier for me to identify their position in life and where they're going with this. It's getting easier and easier for me to let go. I'm getting stronger and stronger. It's getting easier and easier for my soul not to pick up on their lower vibrational ways. And why I'm taking the word hard out of it, because hard makes it harder. So I'm trying to bring ease into the picture. I'm trying to bring in the smoothness, the smooth and easy into the story. So you already know what kind of character they are. But now it's getting smoother and easier because you already know what kind of character they are, and you just, we don't have no response to them. We don't have to say yes or no to them. We don't have to agree with them, even though they want us to do all of that. But it doesn't matter how many times you agree with them, because you'll still never be right, because they're always going to make you wrong. But of course, you're starting to identify that this is them. And it's getting easier and easier for you to identify with them. And you're getting stronger and stronger as a person to not allow it to affect you. So it is the words that we're saying to ourselves where we're dealing with this negative, lower vibrational energy that's coming through these other people that make us strong and whole and complete, or not. It can take one teeny little bitty word in a story to flip that story around to a higher vibrational story, so you are operating from a higher vibrational soul yourself, where you're not sinking into their lower vibrational story. By changing one teeny itty bitty word around from hard to easy to I'm getting stronger as a soul, to recognizing this. Yes, I already recognize it, but I'm getting stronger, not allowing it to affect me. It's getting easier for me to let their story fall off my back. It's getting easier for me to let go of their stories, because they're not supporting my soul's purpose. They're not supporting my journey. It's getting easier and easier, because I know what direction I'm going in my life, and it's not that direction. Which, of course, they would love to pull you off track. But you would love to stay on track so much greater. It's so much stronger. It's so much more divine. Because you have a great purpose in this world. And you darn well know it. And with the right person by your side, makes it tenfold better, if not more. Yeah, the anxiety and depression does cloud our judgment, But again, Mark, it is about getting to the point that we are identifying. It's like being the hermit. You know who you are as a soul and a person and a radiant soul, and being that person that's a hermit. Okay, and then when you actually start separating them from being a part of your life, meaning that you're not allowing them to dictate your story within your life, then the anxiety and depression won't be coming and clouding your judgment because of the fact that you're not allowing their energy to push right through your energy. Change the story, and the story must change. It's true. It's so true. It is so true. It is the story that we've got behind the story, and I know that you deal with a lot of people, and these people are all, they all have their own little ways. Life is supposed to be this way or that way. This is a story that's coming up for me to share with you. I was in my dad's home. It wasn't not that long ago, or maybe a year ago. And I'm in the home, and I'm with his wife, and I'm doing a card reading. Okay, now my dad is a Jehovah's Witness, right? And doing this card reading, and my dad's a loving dad, really. And he comes in, and now he's going to lecture me. He's going to try to take my vibe away, and his wife's vibe away, because we're in the middle of this very beautiful story that's being laid out through the cards. I mean, she's like, and I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And he's going to come and lecture me, right, about how the cards are so wrong. And because I was standing in my power, I looked at my dad and I said, no, Dad, don't go there. I go, this is who I am, this is my gift, and I go, this is something that's beautiful, it's coming out of the story. I go, I know that your religious factor and where you stand in this world in your belief system doesn't believe in what I'm doing. I go, but the stories that I have coming out of these cards are beautiful, amazing stories, and they're feeding the soul. I go, look at your wife's eyes, how bright and shiny they are. Look at your daughter's eyes, how bright and shiny they are. But that was me standing in my power with my father. Where years before, I would have never done that with him. I would have just bowed down, okay. I won't read the cards to your wife, at least when you're not around. At least when you're around, I mean. But I learned to stand in my power where I didn't allow him to let me sink. Well, I know the feelings that you've been feeling because I feel you, okay? It's not hidden, but it's trying to find the balance. Let me see. So, as we're trying to find our balance, as we're getting our balance with our lower emotional self and our higher emotional self, this is, anything that's sadness, depression, angry, grief, anything that takes our vibes down. And this is happiness, joy, laughter, play, passion, desire. As we have the balance going on, there's always going to be this little sneak down here, this little, I'm going to wait until they get off balance so I can come up here and attack them. But you got to constantly know that, yeah, I understand what this feeling is underneath here. But I know when this guy comes up to try to set me off balance, I am going to keep my balance because I know how to manage myself now, because I know exactly when I start to go under the vibration of love. I mean, I know exactly, and so does my dog. So my dog's like right in my face the moment I start to sink this much. It's like, where are you going, Cynthia? But is to know, to trust in yourself. We have to be strong and courageous in that awesome, amazing person that we really, truly are, and detach ourselves from the energy of others, like a wounded animal, yeah. But they fake nice until, yeah, they will fake being nice, but you already know that about them. So you know that they're going to fake being nice in front of you. But let your intuition already know that you know that part about them. They can't trick you when you already know what their illness is, when you know what their disease is, when you know what their normal vibrational feeling is. You know that they're going to try to bring you down to their level. It's like if you're on the ladder, you're on the 7th, 8th, or 9th, say you're on the 8th and 9th step of the ladder, and they're just down here on the 3rd step. This is emotional feelings now, okay? They're only on the 3rd step. They never learned how to get to the 4th and 5th step because they never wanted to deal with that freaking crap. But you learned how to deal with that crap, and now you're up here. Well, all they want to do is pull you back down to be down there to their level. Because you can't be up here because they don't know how to reach you up here. So they're going to constantly be, but since you're up here at this top part of the ladder, that we learn to recognize them for where they're at. And so they can fake all they want, but you already know who they are. So they can't fake. They can try to fake it with you, but you already at the knowingness to where they are with that. Yeah, it is about learning to control your reaction. It's not even about controlling our reactions. What happens, we actually get to the point of understanding. We get the point of being aware when we're actually falling underneath the higher vibrational way. Okay, and so through the awareness, now that I know that I'm under my lower vibrational way, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get me up and above that vibrational way. And I'm going to keep everybody I know away from me when I'm in that lower vibrational way, because I know what I'm doing. And I'm definitely not going to call those people that are down there on the third step of the ladder. I'm not going to call them in to help me because I'm up here on the 8th and 9th step. They don't understand the journey it took for me to do the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th step. They don't understand that. They never will, not unless they challenge themselves to get up there. So it's about learning how to manage our emotional states, being aware of when we're falling under. And when we're falling under, we're taking all the steps that we can to, first is, I try to figure out where did the energy come from? What made me fall under? And when I know, like say if it's this person or that person, the first thing I do is detach. I'm asking Spirit, take any cords, anything that's attached to me in any which way, shape, or form, and release it from me. In fact, I have this, let me find this video, and I'm going to copy and paste it into the chat. It's one of the best things to releasing other people's energies. Let's see. Can I do this while I'm on YouTube to find a YouTube channel? Yeah, I can, because I can get out of the chat. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back on the chat. But I'm still right here in the show, right? Okay. Let's see. Here, we'll go here. Anytime I get this lower vibrational feeling that I cannot get out of, it's just so deep. I just don't know what the world I'm going to do. This is my fallback thing to listen to that helps me release the energy of other people, rather I know who they are or not. Okay, let me get back to my channel now. Okay, Marcus, take that link that I put in there and copy it. And anytime that you're going through a challenging moment, please take 30 minutes to listen to it. And I promise you, it's worked every frickin' time with me. I am amazed at how well this works. It actually releases that negative energy that other people have attached to me, whether I'm aware of it or not. Utilize that, please. Yeah, it will. I guarantee it will help. 99.9%. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that it won't help. Maybe the only person it won't help is somebody that's not interested in help, or they aren't really listening to it. And those people aren't even going to be listening to it anyhow. Yeah, I know. I've been told that. Even when I was seeing my doctors way back when for my fibromyalgia, they were impressed to, my own cycle that I have. They were watching me get off all these prescription medicines. They were going, "How are you doing it?" I'm going, "Well, because I know how to flip my story around. I know this isn't something I want to be on, but some of them were some of the most addicting medicines I think that are already out there on the market." And not that I was taking a lot, but it was like it took enough to maintain the condition, but I wanted off, and they watched me get off of everything I was ever on. They were just like in amazement. But they also listened to my stories when I came in. I wasn't like any other patient, because I wasn't the patient that was surrendering to, this is what's wrong with me. Can you, help me? It's like, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Marcus, for the compliment. I really appreciate that. Empaths can be destroyed or powerful. Yeah, I was destroyed for a long time, but I became powerful from it. And I got the fibromyalgia was when it was destroyed, because I was really empathic when I went into the relationship. And what happened is I put all of my tools away. I put my readings away. I put my massage therapist away. Anything that I was naturally doing on my spiritual side, I put away under the carpet to be in that relationship. And because I did that, that's actually that's why the fibromyalgia snuck in, is because now I wasn't living my life purpose. And it took me 15 years where I came across this book that was written in the 1800s, and I wish I knew the title, but I don't. But and I don't have the book anymore. Or maybe I have it and I don't know it. Locked up in the storage over at my brother's. But I read something in there that women had fibromyalgia, or it was something similar to fibromyalgia back then, and I heard why. It was because they were living everybody else's story. This is how you're supposed to be. As a woman, you're supposed to do this and this and this and this. They weren't living their life purpose. The moment I saw that, I knew right away what I had to do. I had to take my gift that I already knew that I had within me and to bring it back. And that's when I started taking off my mom outfit, and I took off my wife outfit, and I put on my gypsy outfit. Because the gypsy is who I am. I'm the medicine woman. I'm the woman that can flip almost anybody's script around, as long as they're willing and they're ready and they're open. We're going to take that story and we're going to bring you into a place so you can actually be reclaiming your life. Ask my brother. His whole life changed around once he started seeing what it is, how I was taking these stories and flipping them around. So it brought a new emotion forward that he actually was like, wow, I'm applying this into my life. Oh, I'm playing. Power comes from within. It's almost like dementors in Harry Potter are real people, and you need to find a way to keep your energy. We do need to find a way to keep our, but once you learn it, then it's really, really cool. Yeah, I ought to be getting paid like those therapists too, huh? One day it'll all work out. Right now, I've been working on my YouTube channel quite a bit. I've finally got over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm working on my watch hours right now. I was at 2,200 watch hours, and then I should have gotten quite a few tonight, because I had over 130 people come in to help get those watch hours going on my channel. So, because that's the way I want my money coming in, I guess, for now. All right, so and so as an empath, I'm going back still. So as an empath, I was destroyed for the 15 years, but then once I realized what it was, I gained my power back, and I didn't allow it to be stripped down. And believe me, they still tried to strip me down and take me under, but that's why we're not married anymore, is because of the fact that, it's like, no, this is who I am, and I refuse not to be me, You keep it by not giving it to them. It's almost like, okay. Is that testing people or teasing people? Are you Marcus, so I give them the chance. Yeah, and I think the most important thing right now for you, Marcus, is to learn how to protect your own power, to learn how to protect your own soul, and not to be giving them so much room. If what you need to do with them is to allow them to be them, but not to be taking in any of their opinions, any of their judgments, any of their life stories of this should be or that should be. It's not to be taking their stories in as part of yours, and to surrender. Yeah. So, yeah, I know that we have that benefit of doubt, but to not doubt yourself, okay? To trust in the person that you are. We have to get rid of the doubt. That's right. We have to trust. How you get rid of doubt, Marcus, is you put the trust in yourself. You trust in yourself 100% to do the right thing it is for you to do. You surrender to these other people that bring you down or in their lower vibes. Surrender that that's just the way they are. You do not have to buy into their story. You don't have to fix them. It's not your job, your responsibility. The only time fixing comes in is when somebody personally comes in and like how you're coming into my chat and getting getting me to extract my knowledge out to you to help heal you, is because you're wanting guidance. You're looking for, how do I get out of this mousetrap of a way of living that keeps pulling me fucking under into the dumps? And it's my natural gift, but again, I went through it for years of living in the lower vibrational story because I was allowing my energy to be attached to the lower vibrational people within my life. And it is about detaching our souls, detaching our energies from their energy, that's why I sent you that link, and please, please, please give it a full-blown try. I promise you it will work. I don't know how it does, but I am floored to how many times it pulls the deepest, the darkest, the nastiest, ugliest energy out of my soul. Yeah, you're welcome, Marcus. I'm really happy to be here helping you through your journey to help pull you to your other side so you can actually allow yourself to go towards that love of your life. I truly am thankful that you continue to come back under whatever name you need to come over until you can figure it out. It seems like everybody in my chat can figure you out ASAP. Yeah, and that my brother really knows. I'm telling you the story that my brother has, that he would he would talk about was well, when he had a bunch of stuff to go pick up at the mountain, right? And then he's going on, he was just like complaining about going and picking up the stuff up in the mountain, right? And then all of a sudden there was this big old fire, and now all the stuff is gone. Now he's complaining because he don't have nothing to go pick up, you know? And so I kind of reiterated the story that, you know, you're always like complaining. You're always like, you know, being the one that, you know, oh, poor me, poor me. Can you just feel sad for me one more time? I mean, at first I wanted you to feel sad for me because I had to go pick up my stuff, but now God took care of it and it's not here no more. Now I want you to feel sad for me that it's gone. And I just kind of like relived the story back and said, you know, we're complaining here and we're complaining there. When are we going to be okay with the story? And then he finally laughed his ass off, and I tell you what, he's got probably 10 times as much stuff that he had up there at the mountain, and it's only been a year, maybe a year and a half since then, so yeah. Like even though you're very damaged and self-aware person, which my brother was too, okay, it makes you very aware. I'm taking the word hard out again. It makes you very aware of the areas that you need to rebuild in. It makes you very aware where you need to rebuild your foundation of your castle. I'm going to take yeah. That's true, Marcus. You can always come back. I mean, we're always here. I mean, all of us have been through this journey, and I'm telling you, that very damaged self can change. It can change faster than what you believe it can change. It doesn't have to remain damaged. I'm trying to think. I am very self-aware of the issues that have happened. I'm taking the word damage out of there too. I am very self-aware of the situations that have happened that put me in a lower vibrational way. It makes me more aware of the part of my foundation that needs to be rebuilt. Yes, he is very smart, and he's not damaged. He's going through a life process. And yes, hang in there, because we are here to support you, to get you through this, because we are meant to help you. So I am very aware of how the situation puts me in these lower vibrational ways, and it is helping me learn how to rebuild my foundation structure so it no longer can harm me, so it only helps me, grow. It only helps me in this most beautiful, awesome, amazing way. We have to gain your power back, Marcus. That's what's missing. It's the power. We need to take your power back. I am very aware of how these lower vibrations may hurt. I'm very aware of when these lower vibrations come in, which makes me very knowledgeable to where to rebuild my foundation. So it no longer damages me, it strengthens me, it grows me, it builds me. My castle is growing bigger and stronger and more solid and more secure. There's no more cracks in it because they made me aware of when it was making me fall and go less than this whole and complete stage. They actually let me see where my leak was so I could grow and rebuild my castle in this awesome, magnificent, I gotta learn how to say that word, this awesome, amazing way. We'll just change the word around. We're happy to be here for you, Marcus. I just want to hold you and shake out all those lower vibes out of your way so you can stay in that higher vibe of a way, knowing that you got this. It's each time that you feel like you're starting to sink, go, oh, yeah, I'm aware of that. Run. Just, you got to claim your power back. That's where we're at. You got to claim your power back. So you're not allowing these other people to rob your life, but you're allowing those other people to help rebuild your structure, to rebuild your foundation, to make it stronger than ever. To make it stronger than ever. Because I tell you what, once you get on the other side of this, you'll never, ever, ever return back there. It's a turning point. You're here, you're coming to the chat on a continuous basis, trying to figure out how to flip your own internal script around. And as we're here, I'm giving you hints and clues of what you need to do to turn those scripts around and to disconnect yourself from the other people's energy. And again, the video that I sent to you, please, please, please listen to that. I bet you will feel amazingly different. I'm amazed sometimes people's energy will come towards me and I'll be floored, and I'll put that on and 30 minutes later I am not floored no more. I can feel the darkness rise out of my spirit. I claim my soul by choice. I claim my disposition by choice. I claim my happy ever after story by choice. I claim my life by choice. I claim my direction by choice. I chose not to continually believe in anybody else's lower vibrational story as mine. Good, I'm glad you'll check it out. All right, anything else? You got any more? You want to stay here all night? Woo, woo, woo. One one day, huh? I heard you. One day. One day. Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I'm looking at leaving my notice here at the end of the month. Not unless some magic takes place, which could happen. I mean, I've been working really hard behind the scenes to flip my own script around, you know. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Getting my own story right too. So, because that's who I am. I'm the Empress, and I'm going to nurture that child within until we get that child within operating from the higher vibrational way all the time, not settling for those lower stories that we've been told throughout our lives to believe in as our truth. Because that's the only reason why we're stuck in these lower vibrational stories, is because somewhere way back there in the past, we were led to believe that those lower vibrational stories are truth. That's where we start our life from. But that's not truth. Life starts from love and above. We can operate from this higher vibrational self when we are operating from love, laughter, play, joy, and happiness, and not from sadness and depression and guilt and shame and embarrassment. I mean, that's what we were fed when we were children. And so when we became young adults, we became used to having to prove ourselves out to the world that we're better than that. Come on, can't you see me? Can't you see how beautiful I am? I'm awesome. I'm amazing. Can't you freaking see it? We have to go prove it to the world, because, you know, when I was a child, they couldn't see me, but I want you to see me now. But you'll end up, when we get that inner child actually healed, we'll end up getting to the point that we are just that better person. We don't have to prove freaking nothing to nobody. We just already are. We proved it to ourselves that we can actually be that person of love, joy, happiness, play, excitement, desire, and we don't have to give our energy away to the lower vibrational entities, sadness and grief and depression and anger and frustration and, you know, all those lower vibrational ways that actually steal our life away. So. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. I appreciate the compliments. All right, so we can do one reading for an exit out, and not unless somebody else comes in the show and says they need something. Here, let me do my cards. Let me do my cards on you, Marcus. Let's see what the cards like to say. Yeah. Just as you see it. Yeah, see that crystal ball? We get to create any story we want inside that crystal ball. And then we get to believe what we see by our choice, not everybody else's. Let's see. Yeah, and we have to take time to celebrate your inspired actions, the things that, you know, you coming into the show to come in here and ask for help on a regular basis. To, you know, you need to celebrate your inspired actions, the things that you've done this year, the amazing things that have happened. We need to put more of a focus into the good things. You know, like the good things is like the 3 times. The good things are, you know what the good things are. There are some awesome, amazing stories in there. Even look back within the last year. How many awesome, amazing stories happened within them? I know you had a lot of lower stories happen, but let's raise ourselves above it and look at all the amazing, magical stories that actually happen in the middle of those lower stories. And put our energetical flow into that, and to celebrate into that. That is part of raising the vibes. It's like instead of constantly going back to those lower stories that we're habit forming to do so, it's like constantly going back to the higher vibrational story. That's when you're starting to live in this happy ever after fairy tale dream of a life right now today. Is because that's all you see is a happy story now. Oh, I see that happen, but it actually brought. Yeah, always believe in your dreams. Always, always, always believe in your dreams. Nobody else, your dreams, not what those other dreams are, but the dreams, those magical dreams, those dreams that allowed you to see, the things that have happened in your life that allowed you to celebrate just as you see it, that fairy tale dream of a story. That when we're in that lower vibrational way, we can't see that fairy tale dream of a story. But when we start raising ourselves up, we have to celebrate for all those little stories in between. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this time when we were up in Utah and this happened. Woo, that was kind of hot. And I remember this time that we were down at the beach, and I know. But that was kind of cool how that all happened. It's like, oh, I remember this time when I was at a convention center and this kind of happened. Ooh, that was kind of hot. We kind of had this nice long talk, and it was kind of cool. But we want to grab onto the lower story, and between all those stories, it's like let's let go of those stories, because we have those dreams still that we need to believe in, because there's divineness that's really in order. There's divineness in order that's working for us every day. It's working for us every day, so we can allow our mask to come uncovered, so we can allow ourselves to live from our desires, because you are special and you are one of a kind. You are also admired, and happiness does come within. Create the magic within your life, because miracles do happen every single day. Today, make 3 wishes. Make 3 wishes. Magic really does happen. We just have to keep believing, because you are adored. We just have to bring softness within the light, because dreams are coming true. Live as your fairy tale dream of a story is already happening right here, right now, today. And then feel the excitement within by believing in the dream that you know is coming true. Believing in that fairy tale dream of a story. Feel that excitement that comes in, because your dreams are near right now, here today. Beautiful, beautiful. That's it. That's what I know. It's keeping the words on a positive mindset, keeping those words that are coming through your mindset on a regular basis. Let's keep them in the right vibration. Let's keep them going after those dreams that you have in your life to keep coming true. That is what we're seeking. But it is the mind. We have to keep the mind going. It takes 1 second of a negative thought to sink into our body. It takes 90 seconds to get that 1 second out of our body. And just know that we are not that thought. It's just a process. It's just an idea. It's just somebody's perception. And if we can stop it from getting into our bodies, that's the best way. It has been amazing, huh, Sonny? Mm-hmm. What I did almost 4 hours on my last show. Where am I at on this show right now? I'm at 3.5 hours. And I had 135 people in the house at one moment. How cool is that? Ooh! So, what did I get? For an hour, I had an hour worth of, somebody gave me some free watches. Well, we had to pull them in. I've been working with my Instagram channel and my YouTube channel, getting them to work together. So, one baby step at a time, Don't let anybody take your dreams away. We don't want to no. It's for ourselves to go for our dreams. All right, everyone. I love you so very much. Take care. If you need me, please reach out. Go to my channel. I have also, let's see, you can go to my Let me see. Oh, I got to get the right. Hold on. Hold on just a moment. Oh, heck. Well, I have another email address you can write me to. It's my one on my YouTube, on my, if you go to cynthiatoet.com, that's my webpage, and there's an email on that with, I think it's info at FlipNLife Cheerleader is that email address. Why is it not showing me? Who knows? Oh, here. Info at FLIPN, 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 lifecheerleader.com. It's info at FlipNLifeCheerleader.com. But again, if you go to my webpage, cynthiatoet.com, you can find it. You can email me there if you need any help in between this time and that time. Okay. I love you all. Have a very beautiful, awesome, amazing weekend. And again, if you need me, even if you just put in there in the chat somewhere saying, hey, can I, will you come on over the weekend sometime, because I don't know if I can handle over the weekend. I don't know if I'm coming on enough for you guys. For right now, that's what's working out for me. But I'm willing to come back on to help you guys anytime. You just have to reach out and let me know, hey, can you go do another live, please? And I'd be happy to come out and do another live for you. Okay? Till next time, have a very beautiful, awesome, amazing week. Until Monday, the show is going to be divinely guided, because I believe we are all being divinely guided to be exactly where we are right here at this right moment in this right day. And we're always being divinely guided. And it's important for us to listen to our intuition. And sometimes to listen to our intuition, no, most of the time we really have to clean out the gunk, is so we're not getting confused with everybody else's mixed stories in our mix within thinking that's our intuition, because our intuition is spot on. It really knows exactly what it's doing. I know that it knows what it's doing. It proved it to me time and time again last year, where I got to the point that I surrender. I don't even know if I have a choice. I know that I have to be here, and I have to be doing what I'm doing. And when I'm supposed to hook up with the one that I've been divinely led and guided to, is when it's going to happen. It won't happen any sooner, because divine won't let it, because divine goes, we need to have this and this and this take place before it allows two people to line up, because it allows those two people to be on the same balance with each other for that to happen. So, and there may be a possibility divine's having me move back home for a little while. I'm not quite sure. I'm still allowing divine to show me and lead me and guide me, even though I keep trying to tell divine, go this way, and this way. And I've done a few things to let's make a U-turn, make a reroute. Let's know. I've been putting bigger pictures out there to divine to show them and lead me and guide me, but divine keeps putting these little obstacles in the way. So I'm going to let it be what it's going to be. And until next time, I love you so very much. And yeah, I know I have a hard time saying bye, because, I really enjoy you guys' company, and I'm always leaving room just in case something else just pops in at the last moment. There, thank you, Sonny. And look at that, time is 111. Perfect timing. Thank you so much for putting that in there, Sonny. I appreciate that. Good night, everyone. I love you so much.
much for staying till the end, because it really helps with all those clock hours on the YouTube to get those 4,000 hours that I'm after to help build my subscription up and my time on YouTube. And I want you all to remember to live your love story today as if it's already here. I want you to live, let what you do and be the romance of your life, and live from your passionate self, because that's where love resides. It resides within ourselves. Let that love within ourselves be found, and let's radiate from that point of view. And if you'd like any coaching program, or if you'd like any tarot readings, that information is down below in the description. You can also go to my webpage, which actually gives you more detailed information about the coaching, and it gives you more detailed about the tarot readings. But if you want to go right to booking a call with me, then go to Vista Books and book it. And on the coaching part, you can get 15 minutes free call with me to see if the coaching call is perfect for you. Okay, see you on the next show. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.